Yo, 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 it's Big Fan Breezy.
BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN,
Come on, you know this. You wildin'.
We wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. Yeah, we wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. BROOKLYN.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets blog. What's good with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? Nets fans is the best fans. We're gonna talk about Acie Law and how he the top new scout. You gonna happy birthday to Zaire Williams. Glad you're a part of the team. I see, you know what I mean, coming back for next season, so that's great. You know what I mean? Again, happy birthday. I hope you're enjoying your B day. We're gonna react to a few different things, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, first we're gonna get into just appreciating Zaire and his player development. Everything we're going to get into the player development part of the conversation. Zaire Williams is somebody that stood out on the player development side of the ball. You know what I mean? Game last year. So I just wanted to talk about Zaire Williams for a little bit because we talking about the rookies and how they supposed to player develop and what they're going to do and not do and I just want to say that he was one of the players that stood out for me to, you know what I'm saying, kind of make me believe that Jordy Fernandez could be a good player development coach in the first place. Um, you know, Zaire Williams, he, in my opinion, drastically improved from, you know, from season to season, from the Grizzlies to the Brooklyn Nets. But 8.2 points to 10 points, that's not drastic, but he did get more shot attempts with us. He got more minutes in shot attempts and more starts. This is the most starts he's had in his career with the Brooklyn Nets. Played the most games, most minutes, most shots. Um, like this is just his best career season all around. I guess besides his rookie season. He shot 45% from the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you can see that he's pretty much he averaged one steal per game in this season, so he had his best defensive season. Um, yeah, man, he had the he was a beast. You know what I mean? He had a great year. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joey BK. Shout out to Joey BK. I sent you the link. Um, Shout out to Apartment Gamer. I see you went live. I shared it. I couldn't make it to the show today, but I shared it though. Shout out to Player One. You know what I'm saying? Out here. Out here. Yeah, man. So I just wanted to say, I'm going to throw the link in the chat. I just wanted to say that I think Zaire Williams is somebody that is an example of why we say Jordy Fernandez could play and develop players. Um, and again, man, shout out to him. Happy birthday to him. Yo, what up? What up, Notorious?
What's up, fam? How you doing?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. You've been sending me a lot of fire content, man. We're gonna get to all of it tonight for sure.
Yeah, just some stuff I just ran across on my social media and stuff. Thought was
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Yeah, it's Zaire Williams' birthday. That's why I was just saying happy birthday to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to Big Z, man.
Facts. Facts. But yeah, I was saying on the player development side, he's somebody that was an example of it. For what Jordy Fernandez did. How you feel about him? His Brooklyn Nets debut.
Oh man, I mean, shoot. I was a fan of Zaire. I mean, granted, I didn't know what we was going to get from him. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard of him coming to Brooklyn, we didn't know, but um as watching every Nets game and seeing him progress, I became a fan of his, man. He seemed like a hard worker, man. A guy who goes out there, you know what I mean, does his job, plays hard, you know what I mean, and plays the right way. And I'm just happy he getting rewarded. I'm happy he found a home with us. So that's dope.
Yeah, no, all facts. I think Zaire Williams, you know what I'm saying? He'll be good for Jaeger, good for, you know what I mean, a Ben Saraf, and because Zaire Williams is not necessarily a point forward. I never look at somebody like that could bring the ball up, but I'm just talking about on the defensive side. Like, I think he could be good for Jaeger and Ben Saraf, just kind of being the same body type, you know what I mean? Kind of, probably teach him about jumping, passing lanes, and you know what I'm saying? Just for the play development conversation of it, I think that Zion Williams will help Ben Sharaf and Diego because they like around the same height. They ain't the same player, you know. But on the defensive side of the ball, I imagine as a vet, like he's not a vet, but you know what I'm saying? Been in the league good 4 5 seasons, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a rookie, you know what I'm saying? Somebody been there 5 years, you're gonna, pay some kind of homage, you know what I mean? Like you're a rook, so we'll see. But
for sure. I mean, I look at Zaire as somebody who's like a a 3 and D guy that who can run the floor, man. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like you said, I mean, he can help him on the offensive side too, because he's gonna play defense, create turnovers, get in those passing lanes. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and create a lot of targets for Jaeger in transition. So, um, but yeah, I see him helping on both ends of the floor for sure.
All right, all right. But since you here, we actually gonna get into the content that you sent me. Because shit, why not? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pull up the first part of the content. Again, happy birthday to Isaiah Williams. So hope you somewhere, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for the season, shooting the basketball somewhere, you know what I mean, enjoying life. But hold on. All right, this is Iman Shumpert. You know what I mean? He says he wishes he had demanded a trade early in his career from the Knicks because they stunted his growth as a point guard. Um, let's get to it. Anytime the Knicks make mistakes, we acknowledge it.
If I could tell my younger self something, I'd have told myself to be a diva.
Yeah, David, what you mean by that?
Championship team. Got to play in the championship multiple times, which just don't happen for a lot of guys. But I feel like on my personal development side, I suffered because every year I just had to conform to whatever they wanted me to be. Iman could guard a four. Let him play four. We'll run small ball. I'm like, what, bro? Y'all dead serious? They like shit. They gonna put David West on you. I'm like, and we just go. I'm supposed to stare at David West stand in the lane. Like, what we doing? Y'all ain't
I
gonna.
know. I'm over there saying pick and rolls for Bron and D Wade. I'm 6'2". Y'all want me to roll to the basket?
If I could tell my
Yo, so you sent the content. Talk to us. Notorious, how you feel about what he said?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it got a little bit of truth to it, man. Sometimes you get stuck in certain roles in the NBA and you just pigeonhole. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of
Mhm.
feel. That's what I kind of think he's talking about. You know what I mean? They didn't really
Yeah,
like they didn't fully invest in his progression and his development. They just
Mhm.
wanted him to do the things that they wanted him to do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it was he can do so much more with his game. So he felt he had
Right.
more to give, but they wouldn't allow him to do that, spread his wings.
Right. Now, me personally, I think that a lot of the later draft picks, if you're not like a lottery pick or something like that, even if you showcase a certain talent, they franchises, when I say they got a certain way they want you to play. They want you to play the game a certain way. And I just think, yeah, early in your career when you try to do what's best for the team, you could get into that. I'm not, for lack of better terms, that Bokeem Woodbine type of role thing. You know what I mean? For a long time, Bokeem Woodbine just played the thug. You know what I mean? But case in point
Hey,
is
yeah.
it's like the whole thing of not being able to get developed to other parts of your game because they pay you to do one thing, and when they can do that, they can pay you a certain type of way. So sometimes it'd be business too. So he just talked about just doing and I heard this from Andre Iguodala as well. But he spoke on doing what's best for the team, but it might not be best for your pockets. You know what I mean? But
But can I say this? it all depends on where you go and who you play with too, bro. Because like if you go into a team like the Brooklyn Nets right now, where they're prioritizing player development, then you're gonna get a chance to pretty much, spread your wings. If you getting drafted to a team that's built to contend and you playing with 2 or 3 stars, you're gonna probably get you're gonna have a shorter leash. You know what I'm saying? To develop.
Yeah,
That's just how it go.
yeah, I don't like it like that. I mean, like even with Cam Thomas, I had to implement Cam Thomas in this conversation, but for real, like they pretty much what we seen these veteran players that's out the league saying is, they experiencing what Cam Thomas is going through without them saying his name. That's in real time what Cam Thomas is going through. Instead of letting him just do what he do, playing inside the 3-point line, the first thing they want to do is make him a 3-point shooter. He got to the NBA from getting to the line, getting to the free throw line, getting to under the rim, close to the rim, floaters. You feel what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, and then the midi as well. And then as soon as he gets to the Nets, they want to conform him to shoot, being a 3-point shooter, so he could be a spot up shooter. He's more than a spot up shooter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. But what you got on this though, Scott? What up, Barry? I see you. You don't. Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much how they do players, man. You know, they pinhole you into whatever situation they need you to be in. Like I said all the time, I say this a lot of times. I said this on other platforms. There's only one ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's only one ball, man. On your team, one player is going to be a shooter or a setup to be the shooter. You're not going to have everybody touching the ball and shooting the way they want to. It's just
Mm-hmm.
disorganized, and that's just the way it is. You know, it's a team sport. It's definitely a team sport.
So what do you think about the part where he talk about he should have asked for a trade for the Knicks so he could pursue him wanting to be a point guard? Like maybe he didn't want to just be this defensive player, like that
Yeah,
narrative.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? The media pegging you as one kind of player. Do you agree with him? Would you have wanted to see Amon Shumpert as a point guard in the NBA?
Of
Or
course,
what you
of
feel
course. I
about it?
think a lot of players that have opportunity, if they were on another team, to show. You know, sometimes
Mhm,
moving from one team to the next is a good thing.
mhm.
I hate to say that, but it's true.
Yeah, no, definitely. Every franchise isn't equal, It is what it is. Like all of them is business oriented, I imagine, but some of them do focus on the players more and prioritize them and build better relationships
I think
from
it's just the
on the business
situation.
side.
You know, it's the situation. When you fall
Yeah.
in a situation where a team is rebuilding and you just got drafted, you're not gonna get. You might be able to show your skill, but they trying to pick another group of guys coming in, you know? And then the coaches have a vision, the GM change his vision, and it's a money thing. Then they gotta worry about money. It becomes complicated, and you can get caught up in that transition that these teams be going through. So you don't get the opportunity to show your skills the way you want to, or you don't actually progress as a player in the league. You know, you just stay as one thing. Like in the case of Cam Thomas, if he was playing a little more, maybe in his second year, he probably would have learned, if the situation was right for him, to improve his defense, improve his passing skill. But then the situation is not suitable for him. He's always been known as a scorer, and now you stuck with it because the team is rebuilding, getting rid of senior players and bringing in players that's less skilled than you at this point.
Mhm.
It's not going to show your skills, and everything that fans and other GMs are looking at is how you fit into the team. How can we use him? And then second comes, how are we going to pay him? You know, how much money is
Right.
this guy's worth? What should we give him? You know, and it's consistently changing every year. You got new rookies coming in. You got other expectations. Yo, it can get out of hand. You know, so then you be
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're gonna get into some other content. You know, this is a reaction show as well. So we just gonna react to a bunch of different things. This is Jaylen Brown and him talking about being a two-way player. We're gonna go to Joey first and then we're gonna go to Sky. I'll go last. Um, here we go.
The conditioning. I don't think people like respect the amount of. Some people don't give the same amount of effort on offense that they do on defense. Most of our stars in today's game, they save their energy for offense. Right. They don't play defense. They save their energy and conserve their energy. That's fine. That's what we've known to love and enjoy. But I don't think that's basketball. You got to get the same energy on both sides of the ball. So you'll see me clapping the guy face, pick him up full court, and then come down and score him on the other end. It takes a lot of conditioning, mentally and physically, to do that. You got to be in great shape.
Yeah.
To do it consistently over a course of a season, even harder throughout the playoff. I don't think it gets enough respect. People just glaze whoever got the best at back. You know what I mean? But we need to pay more attention to like who got a defensive back, just like they got an offensive back. Pick a guy up full court, switch 1 through 5, go block a guy shot at the rim, you know, chase a guy off the screen. That's basketball. If you just sitting there chilling, you know what I mean, and then just waiting for the next possession,
And even I could do that.
it's just not the same.
Maybe.
To me.
Luka.
So that's how we view basketball, but that's my opinion.
This nigga got some
Ship
nerve.
it to ESPN, ship it to wherever you
Yeah,
gotta
he
go.
played
I
defense,
stand on that.
man. Brown
Get the
played
same
Nah,
energy you
defense.
got
I
on
know
offense,
he
on
do,
defense.
but I'm saying, bro,
If you want
he
respect.
he talking like he a head honcho, nigga. You got a Finals MVP because you had a D
Hold on,
team.
hold on, bro.
Hold up.
Hold on,
The
bro. We
fuck
gonna
out of
go
here,
there.
dude.
Hold
I
on. Yo,
disagree
bro,
with
I'm
that.
trying to get sponsors, bro. Can you stop cursing just to curse? Jesus, bro. You don't be cursing on your show like that. Damn. Word. Hold on. Let's go to Notorious, man. What you got on this, bro?
I mean, he's absolutely right. He hit it on the head 100%.
I thought so.
A lot of these guys aren't conditioned to be two-way players, or they don't have the mentality to do it. You got to be conditioned. You got to have the mentality. You got to want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So most of these guys, like I said, most of the stars, they just saving energy for the offensive side of the ball. Yep. But in order for you to play both sides of the ball, you got to really be conditioned and you got to be mentally strong to do it, bro. And he hit it on the head. He told no lies.
Yep, I agree. I don't. You know, there's a
Go
lot
ahead,
of
Scott.
them.
Why you agree, Scott? Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that just play offense, and we can name them too, man. But the thing is, it like he said, basketball is not just offense. You got to play defense. You got to play defense. It's 5 players on the court, right? You gotta. Every 5 player has to be in sync and playing defense and offense in a system that's designed to make the team better and better and win and play. You know, it's not just, go out there, I drop 50, but my man is dropping 52. What's the difference? What have you done? You did nothing.
Man, listen, we gonna see how much all that talk. I'm glad he said that, bro. Like now that the Celtics is all discombobulated, let's see what he look like as the number 1 best player on the team, playing offense and defense. Let's see how long that lasts, bro. Everybody like to run their yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Like
but he ain't lie though. He didn't lie.
Making a point.
But I don't feel like he need to be aiming his gun at nobody, bro. Like that's ridiculous, bro.
He didn't speak nobody's name. He talking about basketball. He's saying what's basketball, and he's saying it's not only on the offensive side of the ball.
It's a lot of subliminals in that.
Bro, look,
It might
you can
be,
stay
but
with the bro. You can stay with that part of the paparazzi part of it. I'm not doing that part. You can just wait for
It
that
ain't
part. I'm
paparazzi,
talking.
bro. It was
No,
subs
I'm
though.
not. No, but look, I'm not talking about that,
Shut
bro.
up.
I'm talking about the basketball side of it and how defense is entertaining as well. People act like and nowadays, as a fan of basketball, that you can't be entertained by the defensive side of the ball. That's a fucking lie. You
yeah,
feel what
yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
my point is that it don't have to be nobody directly that he's talking about. It don't have to be someone specific that he's talking about. He's just talking about the way the game is being played in general. As a now contrasted it to the 90s or maybe even the 2000s, the way they play the game. One thing that I will say is making it safe for the offensive player. Like, yeah, you don't want the defender to undercut the jump shooter so that you cutting into their landing space. Some of the
Breaking
stuff
the
I
ankle,
do
yeah.
agree with on the offensive side of the game where it does make it better for the offensive player because you're making it safer for the offensive player. But I agree with Jalen Brown about enjoying the defensive side of the game because that is basketball too. I like
I
seeing my
thought
player
so.
lock down the offensive play. Like, say this guy is a great offensive player, and the guy that I is my favorite player is a great
Assignment.
offensive player, but he know how to lock up. He know how to play 94 feet. Like, he know how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, yeah, I want to see my favorite player play both sides of the ball. You know what I
Yep,
mean? But
yep.
it is what it is. But yeah, is he right about what he said? And does that make basketball better? Yes. Yes. Shout out to Jalen Brown for that. But I'll go ahead, Leaf. Just pass it to Easy when you're done. Easy on the pick. Oh shit, Leaf left? Oh, all right.
Yo,
Easy.
yo, yo. What's the
Yo,
word,
Easy,
yo?
what
I'm
up?
hot.
Easy.
I'm hot. My
Yeah,
mic
yeah.
good? My mic good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
your
mic
mic
good.
good.
Yo, what's the word?
Did you
What's the
see the
word? Yo, I'm outside
content?
right
Did you see the content?
Which content? Which content are you talking about?
I'm gonna play the content over. It's right here. Hold on.
What's the hardest part about being a two-way player?
Hardest part, the conditioning. I don't think people like respect the amount of because some people don't give the same amount of effort on offense that they do on defense. Most of our stars in today's game, they save their energy for offense. They
Right.
don't play defense. They save their energy and conserve their energy. And that's fine. That's what we've known to love and enjoy. But I don't think that's basketball. You got to get the same energy on both sides of the ball. So you'll see me clapping the guy face, pick him up full court, and then come down and score him on the other end. It takes a lot of conditioning, mentally and physically, to do that. You got to be in great shape. And to do it consistently over a course of a season is even harder throughout the playoffs. I don't think it gets enough respect. People just glaze whoever got the best step back. You know what I mean? But we need to pay more attention to like who got a defensive back, just like they got an offensive back. Pick a guy up full court, switch 1 through 5, go block a guy shot at the rim, you know, chase a guy off a screen. That's basketball. If you just sitting there chilling, you know what I mean,
Just
and
waiting for
then
the
just
next
waiting for
possession.
the next possession,
And even I could do that.
it's just not the same
Maybe.
to me. So that's how we view basketball, but that's my opinion. You can clip it up, ship it to ESPN, ship it to wherever you got to go. I stand on that. Get the same energy you got on offense, on defense, if you want respect.
Talking that shit.
What's the hardest?
Yo, Easy, what you got on that, Easy?
So real quick, cause I ain't got too much time. You feel me? I'm outside with the world. You feel me? Yo, so real quick, um, he's right in a sense. That's one thing that people need to pay attention to: conditioning. If an athlete could win the points in the playoffs too, especially in the playoffs, if he could play his game throughout the whole playoff and throughout the whole 48 minutes. I mean, I don't see it's realistic to play that type of style all 48 minutes. But w- real quick, so it's easy to say that when you didn't have a full responsibility of carrying the team. So if he's talking like that, I feel like he's talking to specific players in specific roles. Because if you are the number one on your team, if you are the man, and if you are playing defense at the same time, I see it's damn near impossible to keep up with your offensive output with as the same with your defensive output. Like put it like this. You see how Jokic is so great on offense? Can he put that same kind of effort on defense? Now you would say yeah, but I just saw an interview that T Mac did with Gilbert Arenas. Even at the height of his power, he is saying he is taking the game at a certain pace. I'm not going to do certain type of things. I can't put the same effort on defense because I'm doing the offense. So it sounds good, but when you get to that level, you gotta see what that shit hitting for. You feel me? You feel me? And then you're gonna be saying a
Yeah.
different tune. Because no matter what you want to say, the greatest players of all time, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, nigga, Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
nigga.
Mm-hmm.
They had somebody to come and lock down somebody when they needed to, my nigga. They couldn't take that defense all fucking game. They couldn't play that same defense. So it sounds good, but when you gotta run your team and you gotta do what you gotta do to win, sometimes you're gonna need that other guy to hold that position to guard up.
Uh,
You
Oh
can't
yeah.
give that same output the whole game.
no,
Now,
you can't do it the whole game. You can't.
not the
You
whole,
can't.
but he talking like I need that. But if and Jalen Brown is talking from a place of privilege because the team that he been with, the teams he been with, the teams that won, there was a lot of great talent on that team to alleviate some of the pressure that he had to do, and he ain't
Yeah.
have to do it.
Of
Nigga,
course,
he
of
won.
course.
He
Yeah,
won
but to
ECF Finals MVP
But what
and
he's
NBA
saying
Finals
hold
is,
on though,
MVP.
I
hold
don't
on.
think they. I don't
To
think
be
that.
fair, Jalen Brown is probably the top defender on the Celtics, and he
He
always
I
always
guarded the
disagree.
played
hardest
defense.
assignment.
Yes, he
He
I
do.
disagree.
always guarded the hardest assignment.
Yes, he do.
So stop
I
that,
disagree.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
getting a
say
little
that he
nasty.
did.
Like, stop.
What he's
I
saying
disagree.
is, what
I
he's
disagree.
saying is, what he's saying is, you play you when you play like you ain't gonna play 48 minutes. First of all, I don't know nobody playing 48 minutes. I haven't seen it yet. If you score 30 points, if you scoring and shooting and the offense is running through you, it ain't just running through you. Somebody else got to score points. It
No,
ain't 30 points. It's
I
not
think he just
the
saying like,
score of the
yo,
team. No, I'm just saying like it's hard to do. Yes, you can do it when
I
in
think
your
we kind of
time.
over analyzing it though.
Yeah,
We get it. Like
yeah.
these players are human. They're not gonna be playing defense for 48 minutes on the
No,
floor.
it's no way
All he's
possible.
saying is, all he's saying is like, yo, when you out there, give effort, play
Right,
defense.
exactly. I
Don't just be
agree.
sitting there giving all your energy for offense.
Yeah,
My
or
nigga,
laying on somebody
he's
else
not
to
saying that
cover
he
your
ain't going.
man.
He's not saying he ain't going to need no help and all that. And
Right.
but I will
Oh,
say this: I've watched Jalen Brown. Yes, he was on great teams on the Celtics, but everybody on that team wasn't a good defender. And 9 times out of 10, he always guarded the hardest assignment. That is a fact.
Yeah,
yes,
he
he
guarded
did.
Cam
You're right,
Thomas when we
Joey.
played him. He
You're right,
guarded Cam
Joey.
Thomas when we played him. So yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Joey. You're right.
Uh, um, um, with the point about Jalen Brown, right? Yeah, Jalen Brown guarding the best, the hardest assignment at times, but I disagree. You had a lot of great talent, and especially with the team that you won with. You had Derek White strapping up, Jason Tatum was
That's
strapping
why
up.
they won the
So,
title.
but
that's that's why they won the title. You
but
need a
even
team.
but even before that, because some of your matchups you couldn't even guard because it's position based. Because like you went against
Yeah,
Philly a few
of
times, you
course.
can't guard up on Embiid. So like
No,
Horford was
no,
taking that.
no.
No, I'm saying no. I hear what y'all saying though. I'm not like OD disagreeing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, you had the privilege of having great teammates around you that could alleviate that pressure. Because if you have a nigga that could guard Embiid, like Horford was doing, strapping up, like Tom Lord was doing, strapping up, you got to deal with that shit. And
Yeah, yeah.
if you have a whole team that could create a wall, how do you deal
Now,
with Giannis, my nigga?
right. If
So
they
so so
if
it's
some of them
easy to say
players
that
on
shit.
that team, some of them players on that team did not produce the defense and offense that they did, they wouldn't have won the title. It's easy to say that because yes, you do need a. Look at the case of Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen was truly
Right
an
now,
all
brother.
star.
Hold on, y'all. Let's slow it down. I want Brooklyn LM to get in the conversation. Yo, Brooklyn LM, you there?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Yeah, cause you know what I'm saying. I know you seen perimeter defense in the Nets with Kittles and other players, but with Ginobili with the Spurs and
Yeah, man.
Kawhi, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you did you hear the content that Jalen Brown? Did you hear it, or you want me to play it back?
No, I heard it. I saw it. I think a couple of hours ago. Um, I think what Joey was saying was pretty much sums it up. You know, if you go and play defense, I keep telling people defense is a mentality. Like it is something not a lot of people are born with the ability to want to play defense.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
something
it's
that's
a
got it. It's
mental.
something that's ingrained in you. When you
You
step
got
on the court, you gotta have a spirit in you to want to guard somebody.
because
Like
it takes a lot of effort.
it's not just, you know, in if you have a team that has that spirit of wanting to guard somebody, then it turns into y'all locked in on the
Championships.
defensive end.
It
It
turns into
turns into that.
championships. That's what it
So
turned into.
Jalen Brown is he's right. You know, a lot of the times you don't see that effort on defense from a lot of players in the league, and you know, a lot of the times the defensive minded players sometimes it's everybody got their vices in basketball. Some people like watching offense, people do step backs, ISO, some people like seeing guys jump out the gym. And then you got some rare guys in basketball that like seeing somebody lock somebody up on the defensive end. Like every basketball, everybody got these certain vices. Like I got people that like watching guys get steal. I don't understand it, but okay, you like watching guys lock up and play the perimeter, and you know Dyson Daniels type people. Like
Yep.
there are people out there that like those type of players. So
Me, I'm
it's
one of those
extreme.
guys. I like defense. I could appreciate defense, bro. Like, all right, so, all right, what's the gap between entertainment on offense and defense? Because I don't think it's that much, bro. I think if I see a still fast break that leads to a dunk, it's just as exciting as
It's
I don't
worlds
know, three
apart.
point.
It's
I don't
worlds
think it's
apart,
that. I enjoy watching somebody send somebody shot to the bleachers. I think that
bro.
shit is
Y'all gotta stop
Like
fantastic.
doing. Y'all
blocks are
gotta stop doing that,
entertaining.
bro. Y'all gotta think about the casual fan, bro. Stop doing that, bro. Niggas right here in this fucking panel right here love basketball for what it is, bro. Niggas could see a nigga do a little quick hezzy and marvel at that shit. The casual fan wanna see action. They don't get hype off the steal. They get hype off the dunk.
No,
Buckets bring the
easy,
fucking
easy,
odds.
easy. Look, but look, right? If somebody's just getting into basketball,
Yeah,
you don't know
yeah.
what they're gonna fall in love with. You don't. It's that people fall in love. When I fell in love with basketball, it wasn't entirely on the offensive end until I saw Allen Iverson. And I was like, yo, what the this thing is doing all types of shit on the offensive end.
So
Then that's
Ellen,
when I started giving love to the offensive end of basketball. I like
so
seeing niggas get blocks and get locked up. Like that shit is exciting.
I think
But at
that's
the
what he
same
was
time,
saying.
everybody got a different vice when they're starting to get into basketball. A lot of people
That's true.
aren't gonna. There's somebody that's like Brooklyn Nets game that yeah, offense is cool, but they watching to see a nigga get locked up. There's somebody in that crowd that's looking to see somebody get locked up tonight. Yo, play the D, play the perimeter. Yo, Claxton, send that shit to the bleachers. Like they're yelling defense.
Yo,
Like it's
all right,
not
so for
just all
instance,
on
Brooklyn
offense.
LM, Brooklyn LM, like imagine like whoever is supposed to come to the Barclays that's the best player on the other team, but we got somebody on the team that's gonna lock them up. Like one of the best plays I remember last season was Zaire Williams. Happy birthday to you again. Is locking up Brandon Ingram on the last play of the game. It was up to us to win that game on the defensive side of the ball, not the offensive side. And it was up to Zaire
Yeah.
Williams on the last shot to guard Brandon Ingram, bro. And he locked him up. That's a fact.
And there's a kid in the crowd that when he grows up, he's gonna see that and be like, "Yo, when I play ball, that's what I want to do. That's something I want to. I want to be able to lock people up like
real,
that.
real, real
Like
quick, I'm about to
you
get
really don't know who gets influenced by what. Like,
but real quick, Alan, I'm about to get off. What made you love basketball? What made you join the NBA? What made you start watching it? Who made you start watching it?
well, I'll tell y'all all the time. Like Tim Duncan was my guy. Like he was the guy that when I grew up playing, like he wasn't the Kobe type scorer. Like he wasn't the guy that's going. He wasn't flashy, but he played the game the right way. Like he had a post shot, he had a hook shot. He was going to do. He may give you 19, but it was an effective 19. Like he just did the little things, and he was a amazing defender, all team, all NBA for most of his career.
Mhm.
Like he can give you offense and he can give you defense. He can give you rebounds. He had humility. He didn't always have to score. It was either Tony that was the highest leading scorer or sometimes Ginobili. But
Hey,
he
Ellen.
was the guy that was he did everything.
Hey,
So
Ellen. Did
to
you
me, that's
Ellen?
what I would know him.
Real quick,
Ellen, did
Yeah.
you see real quick?
real quick,
Okay, go
real
ahead.
quick, Joey. Real quick, Joey. I'm about to get off. Real quick. My point is, when you started describing Tim Duncan, you went to he played the game right. He had a post shot. He had a hook shot. He knew how to get buckets easy. It was fundamental. That is my point right there. The offense is always gonna bring you in because, like how you said, whatever people get into the game, they get into the game. But more times than not, you're gonna focus on the offense. I ain't saying nothing crazy, and this is my honest opinion. But the NBA follows this model. That's why they keep on catering to the offense. Buckets
True.
bring people in.
That's
The
true.
game is about buckets.
I don't think it gotta be black and I don't think it gotta be either or though. Like
And
you can
then
like say for like I like Kobe because Kobe could I also like Kobe because Kobe can give you 30, but also he can lock you up on the offense. I like seeing Kobe
yeah,
play defense. I like
Brooklyn,
sitting
So
watching
real
Kobe
quick.
sit his
I
helmet.
gotta,
I
Brooklyn
think I
LM,
think
I
I
gotta
think the
Brooklyn,
start
main
my
I
Brooklyn,
think the
hold on,
main
Brooklyn
thesis of
LM,
this is
hold on,
two-way
Brooklyn
promise,
LM,
bro. That's the
Brooklyn
main
LM.
thing.
AZ is right, Brooklyn LM, but the offense got
yeah.
oversaturated by the
That's
NBA,
true.
bro.
That's true.
I got a
I agree.
sidebar question for Brooke and LM. Hey, it's
Yeah.
been a debate going on X. Who's better, Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant? Who you got?
That's tough.
Ooh, that is especially because those are my top three favorite players of
I
all
only
time.
asked because you kept bringing up the both of them in this conversation.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I I'll have to say Kobe. I love Tim. Like Tim Duncan is in my heart always number one, but Kobe was just that man was just a psychopath, bro. I loved watching Kobe play every single time. Like it was an honor to watch him in person, like as a kid. Like I would have to go Kobe, especially because I think they tied from. I think Kobe got five and Tim got five, if I'm
I
not
think Tim
Yeah,
mistaken.
got four. Do he got five? I thought he had four.
Nah, he got five. He got.
Oh
I think
damn.
2013 or 14 was five. I think. Yeah.
All
yeah.
right, I
Um.
stand
But
corrected.
yeah. But for me, I it hurts to say, it, but for me, it's Kobe. Like Kobe was. That man was just amazing to watch. But I can see why somebody will have trouble like picking between those two. Like that is not a easy
Yeah.
decision at
Oh,
all.
that's right, right. That's a whole 2 hour podcast. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You put LM on the spot right there. I was like, I want to see what LM gonna say.
That's a hard choice, bro. But I seen it on X. I seen like the conversations. I just didn't indulge because it's like having me choose between those two is probably one of the hardest things I ever will do. Like
Word.
especially since the 2000 eras was mostly them. Like they owned the 2000s. Like those two were complete rivals just going at it, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, Jalen Brown is right. I think we need to start putting more emphasis on defense. And even with Adam Silver saying that dumb crap about like, oh, for people on the streaming services, that's why we got highlights. Like, bro,
But
nobody want to be
can I
just watching highlights
can I
and
say this real quick, y'all? And I said this in another pod when we was talking about this subject. Listen, Easy is kind of right. The game is catered more towards offense. We know that.
yeah, yeah.
No, it's
And
true. It's
yeah,
true.
that's true.
I
That's
want to
true.
bring this point up. Maybe a lot of players don't play defense or don't give the effort because they know the official's going to call bullshit.
Mm,
You can't
Uh,
really play defense like you really want. You feel what I'm saying? because of the fucking the way the game is called nowadays. Like niggas be getting like phantom
Listen,
calls and all kind of stuff.
listen,
That's a
listen.
good point.
Hold on. I wanna add to the conversation with this content. I'm gonna read this and then we're gonna react to it. This is Kelly Oubre. He says he doesn't feel the love from the Philadelphia fans anymore. So it goes, I love Philly, but the love doesn't seem to be reciprocated. What happened to this place? And for those saying I'm garbage because my 3% went down, still put up numbers and I still cook you. It got personal. He said, I played through finger surgery on my left hand, thumb, and pinky for 3 years, but still put it in my soul in this shit. That's one thing only God could take from me. God in bold letters, you heard? Hope to see y'all soon. Godspeed. Now, I want to react and say that this is Kelly Oubre crashing out. This is him basically not being acknowledged for what he does. Now he talks about going down 3% on the offensive side of the ball. So the offensive side of the ball, he goes down 3%. Mind you, he's not even known for an offensive player. He's known for a defensive player. His offense went down by 3%, and the fans in Philly are calling him garbage. Added to the conversation what we were having about how offense is more revered than defense. And this explains it. I don't think that the fans got a right to call Kelly Oubre a bad player because he went down
Bro,
offensively.
it's Philly, man. They eat their
Yeah,
own.
that's Philly. That's a Philly thing.
Like
But
that's all you need.
that's the fans being toxic to Kelly Oubre. Is Kelly
No, well,
Oubre
Philly
wrong for
is
his
a toxic
response?
place, man, for for a player.
But what do you think about Kelly Oubre's response to the fans? How do you think he handled it? Because let's go to Joey, then we're gonna go around the panel. Go ahead, yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. I wouldn't even responded if I was him. I know people are different. I mean, he's probably a passionate person who puts a lot of hard work into his craft, bro. And when you see stuff like that, it probably bothers you. So that's how I'm assuming. How he's looking at it. People being real. What I mean, being real critical of his game when he know he's putting in the work and he just hit a slump. But I like Kelly Oubre, man. Like he's a good player, man. You could tell like he's going to bring the energy and he's one of those guys that's going to play hard and give it his all. So yeah, his percentages drop, but you know what I mean. I feel him, but me personally, if I was him, I wouldn't even respond to that BS. But yeah,
It's
that's all I
too
got.
late now. Too late now because
What you
Philly
got
is
on
one of
this,
them.
Scott? Yeah.
Philly is one of them places is as a player, they just want you to win. They don't care if you have one leg, one eye get lost. They don't
Facts.
care. That place will boo you out the minute you turn bad. You can have 10 good games and the 11th game is bad and they gonna boo. They don't
That's a
care.
fact.
That's just Philly, and I don't know if he knew that when he came there, because it was all good when you was playing when you first got there, but now, now they know that you don't like it. They're gonna really talk crap about you. So I wish him the best, but it ain't gonna be good.
What you got on this, Brooklyn LM?
I mean, I think Scott hit it right on the money. It's Philly, man.
That
Like
Philly shit is crazy.
Philly is psychopaths when it comes to sports. Like
Yeah, they don't.
you gotta have a high stand. As soon as you on that team, it's a high standard. Like
And you gotta
especially
keep
their
your mouth shut.
history and yeah, especially their history in basketball and in football. Like they
Yeah,
a
they.
sports city, like a huge sports city. So I mean, I get it. Like Oubre, he gonna speak his mind. He gonna try to speak his truth. But
Yeah,
him asking where the love went makes sense. Like if you're not performing, if there's something wrong with you, Philly fans gonna call it out.
yep.
Like that's just how they are. Like
Even though
Yep.
it's not his fault, they were tanking.
it's
But
not right, but they
that
gonna
is
call it out. Especially something like your 3 point percentage went down. They gonna look at that and call it out. Like if you in Philly, they want you to ball. Like it can't be no excuses. Like that's
That's
just
a
how they
fact.
roll in
So it's
Philly.
all
So
about what have you done for me lately with them.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
for real. So I ain't surprised, but
That's an East thing. Be honest with you. That's an East thing. Most East teams are like that. Most
it's
of
the
them,
same
like
with the Knicks sometimes.
Boston, the Knicks are the same thing. I mean,
Yeah, it's the
You see
same
the
thing.
they'll
speaking
go
of
to
the
the
Knicks, you
game
seen they
though.
just start
Mhm.
they just signed Malcolm what's his name? Bog what's the kid the
Brogdon,
guy
you talking
from
about
Malcolm
the Knicks?
Brogdon,
yeah. They just
Brogdon,
Yeah,
signed
yeah.
him.
I say that.
Yeah.
and
I
that
say
shit
them
still
short
ain't gonna
guys.
be enough.
They ain't gonna be enough.
They
That's
try they
not.
trying to scrape players off the streets to get to fill that bench up, man, because they ain't
Yeah.
got no cap. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
why they
I
going
just
after players like Malcolm Brogdon, Ben Simmons.
Anybody,
You know,
anybody that'll take
hey,
$1 million.
hey,
You
yeah, I
not
know
got a
what
million
anybody
dollars
that
for
could.
you. Want
No,
to come
no,
off the
but
bench
they
for us? I got $1 million for you.
nah, but they trying to give Jalen Brunson some rest. Jalen Brunson couldn't do what he could do because Jalen Brunson couldn't get no rest. He was exhausted. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like, and then they wasn't stopping nobody. Like they
I
went
Yeah.
the whole offensive
No,
route to try to stop people. I mean, outscore teams instead of
They still
stopping
don't
them.
got nobody to stop
I
nobody on the
understand
bench.
that,
It
Breeze. But
goes like that.
the thing is, they trying to get cheap pieces to fill the bench out because they don't have no cap space. So they trying to scrape up and try to get cheap help.
Yeah, but
And that shit still not gonna work.
that's what happened when you heavy on one side. Like
Exactly.
your starting five is good, but your bench is weak.
I
And
mean,
then
you look
that
at it. They just paid McHale. They paid OG. They paying Brunson. So they paying Cat. They got a heavy salary. They got a heavy salary over there,
they
man.
need Cat to take a pay cut.
And
So
they need their, and I'll say this with a non-bias, their best bet to win is this season. Cause when
Yeah. Oh no.
Halliburton come back next year, and when Tatum come back next year,
It's
and
on
when
and
the East is
popping.
back, it is a wrap.
It's a
Like
wrap. Yeah.
it's a wrap. The East is gonna be back on. So
But
if
so
they
you think
don't have a tough one,
The East is open for the Knicks to get through there?
right now, I think
right
so.
now they got a shot.
They
But
got a shot. But if they lose this year, oh, it's wraps next
or if
year.
they get an
Hey,
injury that's
It's wraps.
devastating, it's a wrap.
speaking of the Knicks,
Yeah.
I sent hey guys, I sent Breezy this story. Right, this is about one of his favorite players. It was an interesting story. So it said Carmelo Anthony he got his jacket. He made the Hall of Fame, but they doubt any team will retire his jersey. How
I
y'all
know.
feel
I didn't
about
see
that?
Mm.
that. I didn't see that. Why wouldn't?
I sent it to your
Wow.
message on Facebook because they say
When?
they
Okay,
don't
I'm gonna go
see
look for it.
they don't see no team retiring his jersey because he ain't did enough.
Mm, mm.
Dang.
Well,
Ugh.
I mean, who
You
you
know,
got? Denver and the Knicks.
yeah.
yeah, that's
That's
pretty
the two
much.
teams. That's it.
I
Do
mean,
you
they
think
not
he did it?
retiring
Breeze? Do
Melo
you think
number
he
over
did enough with
Jokic.
Denver or the Knicks to get his jersey retired? Either one of them franchises.
I mean, the Knicks will do it because he go to the game. Maybe I don't know.
The
It
Knicks will
depends on.
probably do it. If Chicago did it for D Rose, I feel like they'll probably do it for Melo.
Yeah, yeah. You know how New
I,
York is. They like
I
that
think
rah
the Knicks
rah.
is his only chance. I don't see him. I don't see Denver doing it for him because
Nah,
Denver
Denver
tried to
ain't
get
doing it.
because he left Denver for New York. So they
Right?
not
No, he left Denver and he didn't get along with that coach.
Yo,
And
they
the
listen, I'm
people
a,
in
I'm
Denver
a,
Denver love that coach.
Denver
right,
They
gave
would
him the
retire
extension.
Jokic number before Melo.
Right? Yeah,
right,
yeah,
but no, but what I'm saying is it's the weird thing about what Joey BK said is yeah, it's true. He's one of my favorite players, but it's a weird relationship because I was a fan of him before he got to the Knicks.
yeah, yeah.
And when and he had a fight with the Knicks the season before that.
Right, right.
So for him to come to the Knicks, I was appalled. You
You
know what I
silly.
mean? Like it kind of made me look at the Knicks like, wow, y'all got Melo, but it's just the ties he got because he was born in Red Hook. You feel what I mean? But at the end of the day, he had a better career with the Nuggets than he had with the Knicks. His
Mm.
career went on a decline when he
That's a
got to
fact.
the Knicks. So that's part of the reason why I don't like the Knicks as well. I thought I would like the Knicks when he got to the team, But overall, one of my favorite players, which was Carmelo Anthony, he wasted a lot of his competitive when he was at in his peak in his prime. He wasted a lot of his peak in front
with
prime,
the
not being
Knicks.
competitive because he was on the Knicks.
That's a fact.
I could think of a bunch of different teams he could have went to instead of the Knicks. Was when he left Denver because it looked like because of the relationship with him and George Karl, he was going to leave Denver.
Yeah, no, but
Before
here's the
before
thing though,
that,
Breeze, real quick. Denver offered him an extension. He turned it down. They were
Yeah,
trying to pay Melo.
he
Melo
wanted to
turned
be
it
in the big
down
city, man.
and
he
then
wanted
went
to
to New
be
York.
back home.
He
He
wanted to
wanted to
be in the
be
big
in the
city.
city, a state that he knows.
Yeah, he
Yeah, but
said he
no,
wanted
but
to
Okay,
go to New York. He said he wanted
Yeah,
to.
of course. He,
But
Yeah.
you,
you know,
that's
playing
the
in
thing, Joey.
Syracuse.
Like that first year they come out of that rookie scale contract, a lot of them they want to control their future. Again, a lot of the franchises they trade players in their third year of their rookie scale contract because they don't want players to do what Cam Thomas did, and that's get a no trade clause to say no, you can't trade me to that team because I don't want to go there. I want to go to this team. And if you don't trade me to this team, I'll become a free agent and I'll go where I want to go. I'm not going to go where y'all want to send me. And I think, yeah, Melo, he went for the nostalgia of it, but ultimately, the Knicks did not help his career, bro.
Well,
The Knicks,
I'm with player one. I think his best bet was with Denver, but I don't think that's going to happen because their relationship soured. So I don't see
Mhm.
it. But based off of what he did in his career, I absolutely think he did more in Denver than any other destination he played in. But
So
like I said,
is it any Hall of Famer that don't have a retired jersey? I would think that's an automatic, right?
and here's another roadblock.
Yeah.
He got the same number as Jokic.
That's another
Oh,
prayer.
that's
Hell
another
yeah.
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
They
yeah.
definitely going to retire Jokic number. They got to.
I
Their
mean,
first NBA
he could take it
championship,
as
bro.
he could take it
But
as,
this
hey,
is a
you know,
fun
they could
fact. Hey
tell
guys, this
Jokic
is a
number.
fun fact. I think they got one team that got two players retire two players in the rafters with the same jersey. I forget what team it was. But they said it is a team out there that got a number retired twice.
Wasn't there a plan when the Nets was discussing moving to Brooklyn? Wasn't there like a plan to bring Melo to the Nets or something like
Yeah,
that?
he shitted on us.
Yeah, that's what I was like. All right, right. I'll see what. At the same time, he was just like, "Yeah, I didn't want to play in Jersey." That was the thing, but yeah, I don't know. Like,
Why they hate Jersey so much? I don't get it.
uh, Jersey at the time, it wasn't like. I mean, compared to playing for the New Jersey Nets as opposed to the New York Knicks at the time, like it was a no-brainer.
I mean,
No,
they
it's
did
just
go
that
to the finals twice.
the arena was just in a bad spot, and it was just in the
Yeah,
The
boonies.
Meadowlands.
Yeah.
right.
Well, they had the Meadowlands, the Izod Center, the freaking
They
the
had it
I
going
forget.
on for a
Bruh.
minute.
Yo,
Yeah, like
we
Knicks
did
wasn't pulling
we
up
did
to
that.
the
Yeah, when we
arena.
did that, we had a show like that where we talk about all the
No
different
offense to the
best
Jersey
places.
people. Shout out to
This is
Jersey.
this, you know, this is the Nets is the best place, and you know, for the conversation of it, it's the mirror Penn Station, just because of the flow of traffic. The same flow of traffic that Penn Station get is the same flow of traffic that Atlantic get or Barclays get. It's the same flow of traffic. You get the LIRR, you get the 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand? Like you get all of the same trains, all of the same, you know what I'm saying, connections. And I think that's how you get the fans to the game. You
Yeah.
can't expect them to go through traffic and all of that shit. And then you cutting into the alcohol sales. If they always got to drive to the game, how they gonna get drunk?
But
You
the
know what I mean?
but the Meadowlands
Not to
did
say it like
well.
that,
Yeah,
but
that's
you know what
true.
I'm saying?
That's true. You got a
Like,
point there,
on the
Bree.
business side, you
The
want them to
drinking
come out and
thing.
enjoy and
You don't
drink
want
and
them to
be
drive.
merry, right? You
Yeah.
want them to do all of those things. But if they got to drive there and they're like,
Right.
you might not even want to
Exactly.
go because you're like, yo, fuck, why would
I
I want to
can't
go? I
even
just
I
go to the
can't get
bar.
loose. Right.
Well,
Yeah,
from what
exactly.
I heard, it wasn't easily accessible to get to the game.
That's what
It
Breezy
wasn't.
is saying.
Yeah, that's in different
But
In
you
words.
got to
Jersey,
remember,
no, it definitely
alcohol
wasn't.
plays a role in people hanging out. People like
Mm-hmm.
to eat and drink, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the Barclays is
And now
literally a,
eat,
a
drink, and
one-stop
smoke.
area. Like if you leave the game,
Yo,
train station right there.
yo,
Access
hold
to
on.
everywhere you can go.
Hold on, we got somebody new backstage. Yo, listen, man, I'm cool with anybody joining the panel, but I gotta can't front, bro. I've been violated. You know what I'm saying niggas done flashed the Frank on hand. Niggas done did the most on hand. You know what I'm saying? So I need some type of confirmation. Hey, you could be trusted. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't have no audience. It's 99% guys watching, bro. Like, I can't have that kind of violation happening more than once. You know what I mean? We still recovering from the last time. You know what I mean? Shit
Yeah.
crazy. Bro, I
Oh.
see you flashing, bro. That shit don't help, bro. You gotta show your face, bro. You showing me a red. What the fuck is that, bro? Nah, man. I'm not. I know Joey. I know Caleb. I know Scott. I'm going with the guys. I'm going with my guys, man. You could just put in. You could just text in the chat. You ain't gotta join the panel. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
think it's a troll?
Hell yeah, bro. I
He's
don't be
saying what
trusting
he's
them,
saying
bro.
is you don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah.
What he say?
Man, where Leaf go, man? Why Leaf leave?
I don't know.
Probably heard us talking about the
Yeah,
tangerine.
Oh, so I got another topic, guys. I also sent this to you.
right.
It was a video with Rick Pitino. I tagged you in on Facebook saying that
Okay.
the position of the point guard is dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a
I
good
was
one.
looking for that. I was looking for that. That was with Andre Miller. I was looking for that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yup.
yeah.
That's
Let
a
me
good
try to find it.
conversation.
Yeah. Damn. Can you send it to me again? I can't find it
All
because I'm
right.
looking for it, but I can't find it because I watched it and I was
Oh, it
gonna
was
go
on
live.
Facebook. I tagged you on Facebook. So
All
look
right.
in your notifications on Facebook.
Let me see. I think I found it. Here you go. Yeah, I found it. All right. Cool. All right. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna let you know what I'm saying. Shout out to autism. Carter JD1. Shout out to you, bro. We gonna watch this content, then we gonna react to it. Shout out to Joey for, sharing the content with us. All right, let me get the comment right there. Shout out to player one in the chat. All right, here we go. Oh, it's on mute. My bad.
Days of John Stockton are long gone. There are no more point.
The death of the point guard has arrived.
There are no point guards anymore. The days of John Stockton are long gone. There are no more point guards. Chris Paul's probably the last one.
I agree, and just to be in the G League and even be around some college players, just the conversation alone with some of these, so-called point guards, it's unfortunate, but it's a scoring game,
Yes.
and these guys believe that, in order to make it, you got to put that ball through the hoop.
What is your approach coming into a game?
Are you unselfish? Are you monitoring your teammates' behavior and how they approach the game? Like, somebody might have had a bad day today. Like, you know what, man, I got to get you the ball today. Like you haven't had a good game in a while. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you going. Like that takes a lot. It's not just going out there and passing the ball, but you got to be really unselfish and really get your teammates involved and get to know them as a person.
When you have all those type of weapons, you got a Carmelo, you got a JR, you got a Kenyon Martin, you probably got some guys off the bench that need the ball.
We had a crazy team, and
y'all was good too.
I'm a point guard, and I gotta set the tone in practice. I gotta be available every day, and it's like of course you hear how they talk about George Karl. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like George is like, Dre, we got to get them to practice. They're like, what you want me to say to them dudes? You know what I'm
just
saying?
to
Like,
get them to practice.
To practice. Or some days, some guys just didn't have it. Like, what you want me to say? Like, I'm gonna just go out there and try to lead by example.
Right.
I might joke around and do something different in practice because we all get tired of the repetition. So let me make a couple jokes. Let me do something to get the three-man weave. We doing three-man weave for 30, 45 minutes. Like, okay, let's clown around a little bit. But, I just tried to read their body language, and I approached everything in the NBA with a certain level of respect for my teammates. It all started with respect, and that's how I earned it through the work ethic and the respect.
Rick Pitino
All right, so let me just react to that.
Discoveries aren't just old, they're terrifying.
He said the death of the point.
All right, there you go.
What happens when we unearth a secret from the past that was meant to be forgotten? Today.
All right, I had to clear that. My fault. But yeah, I agree with that. Like they think it's score first, pass second. They saying that it transitioned to the scoring guard, and you
Yep.
get that from what I mean. Curry playing more the two in the one. He got a handle like a point guard, and he shoot like a two guard. He was a tweener. People don't call Steph Curry that, but that's what he was. You know what I'm saying? But he was definitely a shoot first, pass second guard, and they consider him one of the better point guards in the NBA ever in the world. You know what I mean? But I agree with Andre Miller, and yeah, I don't want it to be the death of the point guard. Hopefully, they have a resurrection, but we'll see. What you got on this, Notorious?
Yeah, oh, they probably got their mics off.
Notorious, you on mute?
Oh, my bad. I thought you was talking to Scott. I mean,
No,
You.
go
oh no, I think they absolutely right, man. I mean, I agree with 100% with everything Patino and RJ Miller are saying in the game. I mean, saying in the video. So that's why I sent it to you.
Yeah, yeah. What you got on this, Scott?
Yeah, it's definitely, like you said, Steph changed the way, like once they started scoring and had a handle, scoring is the thing that everybody liked. A lot of people, like Easy was saying, and it kind of pertains to the whole thing. Is Easy said that the people on this panel, we love basketball. We not just fans. We study the game. We like certain parts of the game. We like a player to play defense and a point guard. I love a point guard. That's what I like. I like that position. I played it. I passed it. I like passing the ball. When I
I
played, I used to pass. I mean, I
okay.
could shoot, and
Yeah.
I used to always get in the corner or something, and I just shot for a percentage. Like if I take 5 shots, I was hoping I make 4 of them. This
Mm,
way to force them to come up on me, and I had a great handle, and I used to pass the ball, and when I passed it, you knew it was coming, because
mm.
if your hands wasn't ready, it might knock you out. I put some heat on that ball,
Okay.
but that was my game. It was more like Mark Jackson. I thought, like
Okay.
I was strong. You couldn't hit me. You hit me, it wouldn't matter. I always had weight. But I
Mm,
had a good handle, and I like passing the ball. That you don't see no more. You don't see that.
mm.
You
Nah, I
don't
hear
see
you.
that. Everybody want to shoot the three.
So
Nobody wants to go in the
who's
paint.
before we move around the panel, talk to us. So who's your favorite point guard? Give us your three favorite
My
point guards.
favorite point guard, as well, it's funny because when you look at it as a kid, like everybody in my family was Knick fans. So my favorite point guard was um Will Clyde Frazier.
Okay.
Then it was Dr. J. When I started knowing liking the Nets, it was Dr. J.
As a point guard?
No, but no, as a player, period. But my
Oh,
favorite
okay.
point guard was Will Clyde Frazier. And then I like Kid. I enjoyed watching Kid play and Mark Jackson because I thought their games were kind of like what I would do. I used to envision my game, and that's what I would do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, Brooklyn LM, man, what you got on this, bro?
Um, I agree. I think what he's talking about is necessarily the pass first point guards,
Right.
um, the pass first guys who they getting everybody involved
Right.
before they even get to their spots or get to their buckets. Which I feel like it is a lack of. You see some of that with Halliburton, which I think is why I like watching him.
Yeah, I do too.
He
I
kind
see
of
it with him.
embodies that pass first
I think you saw it in the
mentality.
playoffs too.
Um, but I don't know. Like for me, I think nowadays in the NBA, like in terms of the point guard, they're letting your skill dictate what you are, and a lot of the times Like, I think it's the point guard in terms of there's guys that can score, but they also have an ability to get the open man, to run the offense, to find their guys. Like, you got guys like Luca who can do that. You got guys like Cade who can do that. They may score, but their vision is bar none. Like, they can get 10, 15 assists easily. Like, that's nothing to them. Um, so I just think it's nuance in the point guard position. Like, of course, we don't have to pass first, like the Rondos and stuff like that, but I do think there is some sort of point guards in there who has the ability to get their guys open. I mean, I think Breezy came up here and was like, yo, you like Cade, but one of the things that you felt like he wasn't doing was he was kind of being a little bit too unaggressive. He was looking for his guys too much. And you wanted him to be more aggressive and take more shots. Like, so it kind of is prevalent in the NBA a little bit. It's not a lot of them, but I just think that the good point guards that's playing right now, like they kind of have a balance. Like they can score and they can get their man open when they feel it's necessary. Like I've seen Luca make some nasty ass passes. Get his guy in the spot. Get his guy a lob. Get the guy in the corner. Like it's just his vision is just insane. Same thing with Jokic. Even though Jokic he can score, get you a triple double, but his passing is bar none. But then again, it's like, is he a point guard? Like he doesn't play the point guard. He's a center, but his vision is bar none. He's arguably the best passer in the NBA. Like, so I think it's just varies in terms of skill set. Um, how you play the game, and if LeBron James, a lot of the times LeBron was a point forward. He can get you 10 assists. He found an open guy. He was putting guys in the spots, and but LeBron can also get you 30. So it's like I just think it's nuance, I just think it's nuance in the league where your skill set is now determining if you can play point, if you can be point. But yeah, the past first guards, I feel like that's said and done, like that's over. But I still think there's some guards coming up that while they may not be past first, that ability is still in them to run the offense and get their man's open shots and you know clearly see the floor, but also they can get to their buckets when they need to. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, nah, shout to Brooklyn LM, man. We're gonna go to next place. I don't know if you seen the content you just pulled up. Did you see the content we were talking about?
No,
Dylan?
honestly, I didn't see much of it. No, I just jumped in here, man. But it's been a while, so it's good to see all of you guys.
What's up,
Yeah,
Dylan?
yeah,
What's going on?
likewise,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It was just Andre Miller and I forget who was the coach, Joey?
Rick Pitino.
Yeah,
Rick
Rick
Yeah, Rick
Pitino.
Pitino saying
Pitino.
about how the point guard position is dead, and you know what I mean. We just got all of these point guards. I hope that ain't true. Shit, like need that
I
not to
mean,
be true.
I was gonna say, first and foremost, I usually don't do this, but I just want to say rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. I know that these things are. I stay out of the political landscape as
What
best as
the?
possible, but I think that it is a topic that needs to be discussed a little bit more. I'm not going to bring that over here. I just wanted to put that out there. But in terms of the point guard conversation, for me, I agree. The point guard position, in terms of what a traditional one was, is definitely dead. You're starting to see a lot more combo guards, guys who can score first, but also have that playmaking aspect, uh, as we were mentioning before. So I definitely agree with that statement.
Yeah, my thing is this is why I had pulled up the point guard position, see what it says, just literally, just for the definition of it to see, you know what I mean, what context does it bring to modern NBA. It says the point guard, also called the one or the point, is one of the five positions in regulation basketball. A game of point guard is perhaps the most specialized role of any position and is usually the shortest player on the court. Albeit this may not always be the case. Point guards are expected to control the pace of the game. They effectively run the team's offense by controlling the ball and making sure that it gets to the right player at the right time. Generally, point guards are expected to be proficient on both passing and dribbling the ball in order to facilitate ball movement. In the pick and roll offense, the point guard typically moves off screens to facilitate the ball to a big. In most cases, the power forward or the guard typically moves off screens. Oh, my fault. It's power forward or center. Likewise, point guards can also shoot off screens if given separation. If transition, the point guard must be able to pass and handle the ball without committing excessive turnovers. Defensively, the point guard is generally responsible for guarding above the key on the perimeter. Above all, the point guard must understand and accept their coach's game plan. This way, the position can be compared to the position of a quarterback in gridiron football. They must also be able to adapt to what the defense is allowing and must control the pace of the game. Now, what I'm saying is it cannot be deaf to that. It has to be alive in basketball. Like basketball will entertainment wise will decline without the point guard position. I know everybody supposed to be able to do everything at every height and every size, but what I don't really necessarily like that. You know what I'm saying? I want my point guard to be a point guard. I don't want him to be a center. You know what I mean? He don't have to be a center. You don't even have to be a power forward. You know, but what I will say is some of the better guards do have post up games with Gary Payton, Jordan, Kobe, Kawhi. Not Kawhi because he's more of a wing, but you get what I'm saying. But if you're a big guard and you're able to do that, then yeah, do that. But again, a lot of the offense comes from a pick and roll offense. We don't do a lot of that. We do a lot of picking and look for the 3 point line in the corner. Pick like drive and kick. We don't do pick and roll. We do drive and kick. So yeah, the point guard, if they're gonna make Yago important, Ben Seraph, Nolan Troyer important, they gotta give them that pick and roll offense. This is what it's saying in Wikipedia. It's not just me saying this. The pick and roll offense has to be prevalent in what we're doing if we're gonna go out and get 3 point guards. You know, last season we seen Jordy Fernandez is more of an X and O's drive and kick coach. He's trying to drive and look for the shooters in the elbow or the 3 point line. That's what I've seen more of the times than not. But yeah, that's how I feel. I agree with this sentiment, and I'm not saying that Andre Miller and Patino isn't right. I just don't like that side of the game, and you feel what I'm saying? I wish it wasn't that for the point guard. I wish they made the point guard more important in modern NBA. But we're gonna go back to Dylan, then we're gonna go to Leaf, man. What y'all got on this?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, when you look at the progression of basketball throughout the entirety of its history, the point guard position was always known to be the facilitator. Looking at the past 15 years, it's really taken a turn. Now you got guys who are coming into the league primarily scoring. A lot of guys on the floor can give you 3 to 6 assists a night. It's not like it's just specifically the point guard that's going out there and doing it. So, I mean, like I said before, I do agree that the point guard position in itself, at least what it was known for, isn't a thing anymore. And do I think that it necessarily, if it was to come back, would win basketball games? Probably not. I think that you're looking at a league now that's based on height and skill. So it really just depends on the way that the team's formatted and built. A lot of the teams that you see in the league today, like somebody had said before, it is, it's primarily wings who can do a little bit of everything. You got your KDs, your Kawhis, your LeBrons, Lucas. You got guys that can do a little bit of everything at 6'6" or more. So I definitely don't think that the traditional point guard is something that's going to win a basketball game in today's day and age.
That's fair. That's you know what I mean. I don't want to add much to this little because we want to get the Leaf. We want to keep going around the panel. Leaf, what you got on what Dylan said?
Same. A lot of the same. I think some of the best passes in the league could come from anywhere. Just in terms of playmaking. I'm driving right now, so I'm probably go out, but I agree with a lot of what he said, man. It's very few you know pure point guards in the league. Tyrese Halliburton at least was trying to mimic it, bro. Like, but I think a lot of his stuff came in most in transition on pick and rolls, and I think that's probably gonna be the same with a lot of with a different variety of point guards going forward. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of what SGA is doing, a lot of what Luca is doing, bro. Like they can still pass, but they're not known as what known for what Magic was known for. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, who knows?
No, that's fair. Yeah. Anybody else want to say anything to this before we get to the next?
Nah, I think Leaf is on point. Like I said before, a lot of the times scoring comes from, I mean, playmaking comes from anywhere. I mean, Jokic is arguably probably the best passer in the league or one of the best passers in the league.
It's just that
It's just,
the
I
game.
just don't think that I think they're determining it by skill set. Like you got a 6'11" guy who has vision like a point guard. Like
Right.
that's rare.
Well,
Like you don't see that everywhere.
exactly.
But
But to piggyback, the game has evolved, bro. Like back in the day, we didn't have these big dudes with this type of skill set, agility.
Yo,
We didn't have that.
yeah.
So nowadays, we got that. You got players that's like 6'6", 6'7", and even up to centers that's literally passing with a high skill level. Mostly
What?
back in the
Yeah,
day.
but hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the
But I
day.
just wanted to add to that. If it's going to evolve into that, evolve into point centers. It went from point guards to point forwards. Even though Magic Johnson was considered a point guard, he's the height of a forward, so you could consider him a point forward. Pippen, a point forward. Even somebody like Luca, he's the height of a forward, but he's a point guard. To me, like a point forward. So
Correct.
yeah, there's been the evolution from point guard to point forward, and now Jokic is showing you that it can be a point center. Evolve into that. Evolve into what Jokic is and show me more point centers. Show me more centers that can facilitate the ball because that's a lot of
You mean
space.
like Danny Wolf?
Maybe,
Maybe
perhaps.
I don't know,
You
but
know
I
what
mean,
I'm
my
you're starting
thing
to
saying?
see
is,
more of the Jokic style of basketball, though. You got it in Sabonis, you got it in Alperen Sengun. They may not be
Exactly.
doing it at the level that Jokic is doing it, but they're starting to showcase that bigs can do it. So I
yeah,
Yeah,
think you're
yeah.
already
I
starting
mean,
to see that
Alfred
elevation.
Sengun got Kevin Durant, bro. So if he start going off for like 9 assists a game, we all know why.
Hmm.
yeah.
So
But that
For
makes sense
sure.
though because both of them play inside the
well, the
3 point
game has
line.
changed.
And you can't really it's hard to guard KD one-on-one. So he might draw the double team. And if you get Sago in a situation where they can't double him and now he got a one-on-one, yeah, they tough. They're tough. They're
Yeah,
a tough act.
the game
The Rockets is
changed.
gonna be a tough act for real.
Yeah, the game changed. Like when you go
when you go,
back in the days before then, you'll notice that the 3 point line didn't exist. A point guard would be much more effective if you didn't have to worry about a 3 point line, which changed the dynamics of the game. Plus hand checking. I mean, there's a lot of things that changed. So yes, it probably never come back because of that. And not unless they change it. You know.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, anybody got anything else on this? How y'all feel about it? Oh, y'all ready to get to the next thing?
nah, not nothing in particular, but I think just the last thing. I think Magic Johnson set a precedent, bro, at 6'9", being the facilitator that he was, bro. Like, I mean, we seen big guards before. We seen, I mean, you seen the Oscar Robertson before. You seen the Jerry West before, but
oh, I think Leaf got cut
That's
off.
it. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he said he was
No, I think he
driving.
got cut off.
He said he was
But
driving.
Yeah. But all right. So this is the last part of the show. They said Nets hiring Acie Law as director, player personnel, former NBA lottery pick and 4-year team veteran Acie Law the fourth is joining the Nets front office, according to Michael Scotto of Who's Hype, who reports via Twitter that Brooklyn will hire Law as the team's director of player personnel, a standout guard at Texas A&M. So he's a guard. That's important to know. Texas A&M from 2003 to 07. Law was the 11th overall pick in the 07 draft, but struggled to make an impact in the NBA as a player. He appeared in 188 games from 07 to 2011 for the Hawks, Warriors, Hornets, then the Bobcats, Bulls, and Grizzlies, averaging 3.9 points and 1.6 assists in 12.7 minutes per contest. Now, I just want to highlight the part right where we was having a conversation prior. This is the professional part. He's in the league because he's professional, not because he's a professional athlete, but he's just one of those guys you want to have around. As you can see in his stats, He wasn't this incredible basketball player, but he was a lottery pick. So, they again, just let me keep going. And then it says after competing overseas for a few years and winning a pair of EuroLeague titles, Law transitioned to the next stage of his basketball career, joining the Kings as a scout in 2018 and spending 4 seasons in Sacramento before being hired by the Thunder. Law has spent the past 3 years in Oklahoma City, serving more recently in the club's director of amateur scouting and winning a championship with the franchise in 2025. So the question is, from 2018 to his last year with the Thunder, who did he help draft? That's Chet, right? Jalen Williams, right? Andrew Wiggins, right? These are the players that he helped the OKC Thunder draft. That's fair to say. He was there when it
Pretty
happened.
much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
I heard
Help them
Steve
guys.
Hetzel say that we need to play more like the Thunder, and then we just get a guy from the Thunder. I don't think it's a coincidence.
I just feel like we could have used him before the draft, realistically. But who knows? It might have been, his contract wasn't up before then or something like that. So there could be something like that, but definitely could have been used before the draft though. But we'll see. We're gonna need him, especially in this year coming up, which 2026 draft everybody is looking forward to. He's gonna be somebody that we really gonna need, depending on where we at. He's gonna be a vital piece, especially you talking about somebody that's coming from an organization that, when it comes to draft picks, they do exceptionally well. I would like to say. I mean, they still pick 3 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? So I would hope some of that can be spreaded over here in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
So,
and to Leaf's point, he said, we don't want Sean Marks here to jack it up. Listen, even Sean Marks is still here, but he went out and got the man that could take care of the plan. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Now, I want to say this to Dylan because me and him I agreed on this on X, and I just want to see how much motion it got. Diego went to BYU. You got Debonster going to BYU. How much motion y'all really think that guy? I'm asking Dylan and I'm asking the panel. How much y'all think that's possible for AJ Debonster to be paired up with a Jaeger next season on the Brooklyn?
It doesn't happen unless the Nets are a bottom 2 team in basketball.
Bottom 2?
There we go.
It's got to be. You got to get it done for one season, man. If you want the best chances possible of obtaining a top tier pick, be one of the worst teams in basketball. The lowest you'll get is 5. But you got to be at the bottom tier. You can't half-ass at it. You can't hope for lottery luck. It's the fucking Nets, man. It doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Just go out there and do what's necessary. It's one final year of this shit. You got maximum cap space heading into 2027. Just get it done. I'm so sick of this shit.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I heavily agree.
I'm listening to y'all. I want to hear because y'all know about college ball, so I want to hear Brooklyn, LM, all of y'all. I'm kind of just listening. I'm in the background right now.
I agree. I don't think Dylan said anything wrong. Like we all know
again.
Going into last time, like niggas was saying, "Yo, the 6 best odds is you can still have a chance." When around history, around history has shown.
What was Dallas odds? What was Dallas odds last year? What was their odds?
And exactly what was their odds? They're not.
Yeah, it was high. It wasn't low.
It wasn't high. But the fact of the matter is,
1%, I think, right?
It was
like
real
a 1% chance.
It was a 1%.
Yeah,
right.
And
Brooklyn didn't have.
And that's my
what
point.
was Atlanta's odds last year before that?
What were the Nets odds this year? 6
what was Atlanta
overall,
odds the year before that?
8. That's why the floor of the pick matters. It does not matter about the ceiling of the pick.
Right.
The floor of the pick matters. This
That's
year, the
what
5th
people say.
overall pick got you Ace Bailey. Would you have been happier drafting Ace Bailey or Jaeger Demon this year?
I don't know. I don't know which one would have been better, to be honest.
I'm saying,
But the point that Dylan is making, the point is,
I mean, if you're saying the bastard is going to be gone,
you know what, Dylan,
the bastard going to be going number one.
Since you put it that way, it makes sense.
Right. The point is, you make sure that your floor is higher on the
point is,
pick.
yes, you get the highest potential prospect on the board.
It's not
You're
about just
trying
getting
to
number one.
make
Like it's
guesses.
not number one and then the draft ends. Like everybody goes home. No.
Okay.
Like
So
you make
I mean,
sure that the
okay,
pick is
all
your
right.
pick is
If
high.
it ain't about number one, fine. But don't say DeBasta is the number one pick and that's your
I
only
don't think he
reason where you're
is.
gonna get it.
I don't think he is
I
either,
think
but you need to make
overrated.
sure that you're in the top three at best.
Yep, I think Debanstiger
I
is third
don't know
overall.
if you can get the top three neither. Because you're the worst
Man, they
team in
call
the
Ace
league.
a bust and he ain't played an NBA game yet. How is he a bust, player one?
Yeah, it's people are gonna have their opinion. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
My
don't
thing
think
is
he's
with
a
Dylan
bust.
saying just be bottom five. Like that's it.
Just be
It
the
just
worst. You're
you
the
don't
worst
need
team in
right.
basketball.
Just
You're
be the worst
solidified a
team.
top 5 pick. Just get it done.
He's just saying, I'll take everybody else.
Right. And you can't really fuck this up because the top 10 is arguably better than last year. So
It's not even arguably. It just is.
even if you are at five, even if they give us five, cool. You can get fucking Native Mint there or some shit. Like I
But
don't
you don't
know.
have to be the worst team in the league to get 5.
Yes, you do. You have to. If you're in the bottom
Oh,
spot,
there
if
we
you're
go
the worst
again.
team, the lowest you go is 5.
I mean, Utah got five. They was the worst team in the league last year.
That's my point. If you're the worst team in basketball, you're guaranteed
You
top
can't
5.
go no lower than 5.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
you
at
can't
this
go
That's
lower
what
than
you're
five.
saying. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You can't.
That's
They
why
proved it.
Dylan was
Hold on,
saying.
you would rather be the 13th
I
odds
no,
going
I
into lottery
I
night
just
and stay
wanna
at 13.
I wouldn't mind a pick.
Wait,
But
what we talking about?
they
I'm just saying
We
it
talk
could be
being the worst team in the league.
We talk about the Nets not out tanking everybody, not being full committed to the tank last year.
When you're
Well,
not,
no,
when you're
Breezy
not in
asked
a
the
position
question
to
if
win.
Diego and the Boston be a possibility.
Dylan. I
When you're
just
not in
wanted
a,
Dylan. Before
yeah,
you
what's up?
continue, I just wanted to ask you, how how much committed to a tank should we be this year?
1000%. There's no excuse. There's not a single excuse not to be. This organization has zero chance of competing and winning a singular playoff, let alone play-in series game. There's no reason to not just literally go out there and fucking lose. This team sucks. This organization sucks. Go get what you need necessary and figure it the fuck out.
Okay. Who do you think that can outtank us?
In all honesty,
Yeah.
Utah, and that's it. Utah and Brooklyn has the worst roster in basketball, and it's simply because the entire depth is all just based on youth.
So
Youth doesn't win games.
Washington, so not Washington, not Charlotte, not
Washington has a 10 times better roster than Brooklyn. It's
10
not
times?
even 10 times better.
10 times?
10 times. You have Bub Carrington, who is going into his 3rd year. You have
Who's they
Trey
starting
Johnson.
5?
Starting 5, you probably got they got McCollum. So you got Bub at the 1, CJ at the 2, Middleton at the 3. Cool Lobby just got surgery. I'm not sure how long
Middleton
he's
is
out.
garbage.
You got no.
You can put Keyshawn George in.
You just hold up, Dylan.
You can
You
put
just said
Keyshawn George in there for
Dylan.
stars.
You just named a roster with C.J. McCollum and Chris Middleton.
Exactly. And who's on the Nets that's better than C.J. McCollum and Chris Middleton?
MPJ.
MPJ's
MPJ?
probably putting up the production of 2nd-year Alex Sarr.
Nigga, we don't even got a Jaguar's not even better than that nigga at this point.
In terms of
bro.
Jaeger not better than who?
In terms of what
CJ
MPJ did
McCollum.
last year at 18 points and 7 rebounds, that's what pretty much Alex Sarr was averaging in his 2nd year. So, like, point being is, sure, is MPJ's numbers going to go up on a dog shit team? Yeah, but does that mean that they have the better overall roster? Fuck no.
No.
We
ain't put it.
But I think I underestimated the vets is going to lead them to a lot
when
of
you
wins.
say
bro.
10 times better roster, I'm thinking like
Players.
I'm talking
I'm
the
thinking-
overall roster of the entire Washington Wizards.
the overall roster of the entire Washington Wizards, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, I can't name 5 dudes that they picked that I can't name 3 dudes that they picked this past year in the draft outside of Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson is one of them. I don't even remember.
They got Cam Whitmore on their team now.
Yeah,
by
they
the
got
way.
Cam
They do got Cam Whitmore.
They
Yeah,
also
right.
added AJ Johnson from the Bucks, who was another young.
They got Will Riley.
Yep. Will
Yeah,
Riley
AJ
is a
Johnson
fucking
is
dog.
nice.
Yeah, who's
You
their
know,
coach?
AJ Johnson.
Who's their coach?
Doesn't even
Oh, it doesn't matter.
The
That
old
what
Nets
kind of coach you
assistant
got?
coach, O'Keefe, I think his name is.
Yeah, the former Nets assistant.
Yeah, the former Nets assistant.
Brian
former Nets
O'Keefe.
assistant.
Brian O'Keefe, I think his name.
This is
All
first
right,
year.
okay, so we talked about them. You talked about how Utah is the only team that can outthink us. Did we mention Charlotte?
Charlotte is 10 times better than Brooklyn. They have a solidified
Absolutely.
all-star.
Hell yeah.
Con Kneppel is going to be a
Absolutely.
perfect fit there. If Brandon
Miles
Miller stays
Bridges.
healthy.
But no. But hold on. Let's analyze that. Charlotte got look at their draft picks as a reason. They got LaMelo Ball. What was he drafted?
Top 2.
3.
Or so it's top
What,
3.
He was
yeah.
top.
He was 3.
Brandon Miller. What was he drafted?
Top 3.
Top 5.
He was
No,
top
top
3.
4, top 5. He was number
He was
4.
Right. And dude from Duke. What
no.
was he
Miller
drafted?
was 2. Miller was 2.
Con Kneppel was 4 this year.
4. So that's 3, 3, and 4. Bro, the Brooklyn Nets ain't getting no 3, 3, and 4. Y'all can easily say that they're better than the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Exactly.
Breezy, why is that? We told you why that is already.
Bro,
What picks were we picking during those years, during them early years?
But that's
Exactly.
We had no
They had no
picks.
picks.
But that's the point as to why you need to take these picks seriously. You don't get many opportunities to do this. Fucking do it.
They,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
pretty
just
much.
get it done. You got 2 years worth of picks back for a premium price to rebuild, and you half-assed it the first year. Just fucking go in and do it right this time.
I mean, I agree with you, Dylan. The problem with it this year, we only have 1 pick, so we kind of gotta
That's as of right
get
That's
now.
true
lucky.
too.
That's as of right now.
I mean, that could change by the end of the season. We don't
That
know.
can change,
Can it?
but of course, Sean
Can
Marks is
it?
the GM, so it
Who-
probably.
Yeah, I mean, the season ain't even started yet.
Who they gonna get
Y'all
the pick
sure?
from, huh?
LM,
You
you
sure
sure?
about that?
You sure
I
about that?
mean, we not in April, right? We don't know.
No. I'm asking how sure are you about that, bro? Like you
I'm not
I'm
sure
saying
about that.
how many of y'all? How many of
until
y'all is
May
on?
hangs around, we don't know.
Okay,
Listen, I don't.
which one of y'all believe that, and which one of y'all is on 2K my GMO right now? Go get 2 more picks.
You can't
But
Go
get
get
even
no
2 more
pick.
picks.
but the point is, even if we do, let's say you do have 1, you're still supposed to make that pick count. If you got 1, make it count. It doesn't matter if you got 1 going into the lottery, fine. Just make that pick count.
It
Make
ain't
that
up to
pick
us.
higher
It
than what it
ain't really up
was.
to me.
I
It ain't
just,
really up. It ain't
I
really up
just
to us to make it count. It's up to the NBA draft lottery to make it count.
listen. I just want the word
The
lottery
Nets still got to
to
do their
set
part, though,
in.
Leaf.
They
The
right. The
word
Nets still got to do their part.
lottery. Remember that word, lottery.
The Nets got to do their part and
Ways to
trade Luca to
guarantee yourself
the.
in
Let's
that
trade
lottery.
Luca to the Lakers. Can we find him?
There's ways to guarantee yourself in that lottery. Be the worst team you can't get down past 5. It's that simple. Give yourself the best chance. I don't give a fuck where
And
it's
Give
I don't
ourselves the
even
best
know.
chance.
This has been
Let's get Con
this has
Kneppel at
been
4. That's a
proven,
good pick.
but since they changed the rules, the bottom 5 teams have always been in the top of the lottery. Like
you get
it's I don't know why this is
you
like
get Kneppel or somebody like that, a
So think
skill
of it this
set
way.
like that.
So
I
think
mean,
of it
not
this
that
way.
he's a bad player.
I got hold up. You know
Hold
what?
on,
everybody in the top 10 is better
You
than
know what?
Knicks.
I'm feeling friendly. Hold up, Dylan. I'm feeling friendly. I got $20. The Boston Celtics get a higher pick than us this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
I'll double that.
Highly doubt that. Unless
I
you're talking
wouldn't
about
doubt
them
that.
being bottom 5.
I
Think they're
wouldn't
gonna be a
doubt
bottom 5 team seed
I
this
think
year?
they're gonna be a playing team, and they still
They're
gonna
gonna be
get
a
a higher
playing
pick than us.
team.
I would not doubt that. My point was going to be though, is Kneppel's going to be one of the best third options in basketball, potentially.
Okay.
And that's just a fact.
On the Charlotte Hornets.
On the Charlotte Hornets, yes.
I don't know about that.
He is 100% going to be one of the best third options in basketball. He has a higher ceiling than Austin Reeves.
I think you
Very similar play style to
I think
Austin
you
Reeves.
pushing an envelope that's nobody really believes in just yet because
Just wait
the
to see it, man.
Maybe.
Just wait to see it.
Listen,
you saw the 2 games where Cooper Flag was out at Duke. Kneppel led the way with 20 plus per night and 5 plus assists.
I mean, yeah,
he's a demon.
okay.
He can do it all.
I mean,
Hold on, wait, Dylan, you going 100,000 miles per minute, and that's cute and all, but this is the NBA, and you play for the Charlotte Hornets, and they're training. Hold on, and their training staff is not really all of that. You can go from being a number 3 option to a number 1 option, and you could be a piece of shit.
Has LaMelo been an all-star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
So that means they do something, right? Brandon Miller,
mean-
did he look good his rookie year? Was he top 3 in rookie of the year?
They still suck, though.
Injuries suck. Look at the Nets. I mean,
Yeah,
we were a toe away, a Kyrie ankle away, and a Harden hamstring away.
I understand. Hold on, wait, but Dylan, that's not the same, bro. Like
That is very much so the same.
No,
I'm
it's not.
saying
We
that
missing
injuries
context.
affect
We
the
miss.
team.
Hold up, Dylan.
No,
Wait a minute.
you can interrupt me all day, Leaf. I love you, but you got to
Wait a minute,
Wait a minute,
please.
Been injured for 2 straight years.
I
If they are not
understand that.
injured, they're
Hold
easily
on.
a play-in team. Kneppel is going to be a very valuable piece on that team. He is a perfect fit next to LaMelo. It's that simple.
Listen,
done everything right so far.
but the problem is you like LaMelo is made out of glass. That's number one.
So was
Yeah.
Number
Steph
two.
Curry the first 3 years of his career, and
Yeah,
then
but
he
that, we're
Hold on,
not
became
talking
an
about
hold on,
MVP.
Steph
please,
Curry.
let's stop that. Let's stop
That
that.
nigga
We're
is
talking
still
about
better
Melo.
than
We're not
half of
talking
the
about
players
Steph.
on this team, bro.
100%.
Bro,
The point
made of
is
glass or
that's
not,
my point. Yeah,
I
LaMelo
mean,
on the
he
Brooklyn Nets
better
is a
than the
better player on
majority of
paper.
our entire
he's
roster,
a
bro.
showboat. He
He's
don't
fluke.
really.
So
LaMelo,
is Anthony Edwards. So is
LaMelo
Steph
Ball is
Curry.
empty
Everybody who's
calories.
great
That's what he
showboats.
is.
Yeah, he ain't.
I
Everybody
They
who's
call
saying the
great
same
LaMelo
shit
Ball.
showboats.
about
Hey,
Booker, man.
I call
Come on, I'm
LaMelo
not
Ball
I
buying
mean,
that.
I'm
empty
not saying he's
calories.
They were
garbage,
saying
Devin
the
but
Booker
he
same
was
thing
ain't.
Devin
about
Booker was
Devin
empty
Booker,
calories
man.
before Chris Paul showed up.
LaMelo was
Listen,
putting
it's a
up what
lot.
26 a night
All
with 8
right,
assists. That would be the
that's
best
the
player in the
point. The
Nets.
viewpoint on you changes when you start winning.
Okay.
Facts.
Now they ain't calling empty calories now. He's a top two guard in the NBA.
Well, he's
Okay.
top
I mean,
three.
if you
We'll
You,
want,
I
see.
mean,
if you really
nobody
want to
really
talk about
arguing.
empty calories, we can talk about empty calories. But nobody in this chat's gonna like it. So, point being is that a ton of players on bad teams get empty calorie stats. The point is also is that the Charlotte Hornets have been injured for a very long time. And the big if is if they stay healthy, then they're going to be a very solid team.
That's too
They
big
have
of an
all the
if.
That's
foundational
too big
Because
of
pieces
on
an
our
if.
team was getting injured too.
So the
Yeah,
point of
that's
what I
not
was
an
trying to say,
excuse.
though, before I was interrupted, is that the Nets got Yegor Demin this year. Say he's your third option, and say this upcoming draft, the Nets do be the worst team in the league, but they get picked 4 or 5, and they go out and get their Kneppel. The difference between the Nets and the Hornets is that Brooklyn is in New York and Charlotte is in North Carolina. One has a big market, the other one doesn't. One has maximum cap flexibility, the other one doesn't. The other one has an immense amount of draft capital, and the other one doesn't have as much. So the point is that even if you get your second and third options in the next 2 draft classes, you still have the ammo necessary and the flexibility to where you can add the number 1 option through the trade market or through free agency.
So
That's
you
the
don't.
difference.
So you
That's
really
true.
don't have to
That's true.
suck. You
No, you
really
do have
don't
to
have
suck
to be
because
the
you need
worst
that
team in
second
the
and third
league.
option. No, you do because you have to have the second and third option.
Oh, come on.
Have to.
Why are
You
we?
have to.
I'm just confused what the ego wins are for. Like you want to see another team
No,
win
it's
25 to 35 games and barely make a play-in or not make a
No,
play-in. Like that's
no,
not
no,
what. Give me that
Dylan. Wait,
chance.
no,
wait, wait, no, no,
no.
Dylan. There's
Give me the
more than
best
one.
chance.
There's more than one way to skin a cat. You saying that we got to get our second and third option to the top 5, top 10 in the draft?
Yes.
Like that's
What did the
that's
Thunder
not
do?
always the case.
What?
The
All right,
Thunder.
but we're not a rare case team. We don't get lucky. Have we not learned this?
No,
We
no.
don't get
Wait a
lucky.
minute.
We
Yeah.
don't get
Oh,
lucky.
okay. You're right. Okay. Stay there. Stay there. We don't get lucky. So that top 5, top 10 shit that need to be out of your fucking mind.
Why is
That
that?
shit need to
We're
get that
so.
shit out of your mind. Get
How
that
can
So,
out
that
of
be
your
out of my
mind.
mind when we're a
so
bottom 5 team in
Shea
basketball?
was a top draft pick for OKC.
No,
To
he
be
was traded
fair,
for it, not picked for it.
even though we didn't
Oh,
Yes,
think,
he was
okay.
even though we
traded.
didn't
He the
think,
best
to be
player
Last
on the
fair,
last time
team.
last time I
Yeah,
checked,
he was
J Dub
drafted
went
Jalen
11th
Brown.
in his draft.
Yes, he
Last
did,
time I
but
checked.
and that's because of
to,
development staffs. That's
Did
what you
Denver
Okay.
need.
win a title with a
You
man
need to
that got
draft
picked in the
players.
second round to be the best player on a team?
LeBron James, number 1 overall pick. Steph Curry, lottery
Yeah,
pick.
I
You
mean,
need picks.
we could say that
Picks.
50-50.
for all for all the out
How
for
many
all the
LeBrons and
out
Back and
Stephs is
forth.
running around?
I mean,
for
hey,
all
listen.
the outliers
If you
that's
guys want to
being
think your feelings
named,
this year, by all means do so. But don't come on here acting all disappointed when we
Green
lose
is a
games because our
second
team
round
sucks.
pick, and they wouldn't have won that title without Green.
So what? How many?
and we can say the
So
same
what do you
thing
think
about
the
San
difference is?
Antonio, but San
To
Antonio was
me, it
led by
depends
number
on
one
how we
pick.
lose, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you.
I don't give a shit.
You
Not
just
a
have
single
to
player
get
on this
what
team means anything
you
to me
just
right
have
now.
to draft well. I think the number
Dylan,
means you have to draft and have a
Draft well
purpose
applies to the
and have a
lottery too.
purpose.
Dylan, I'll tell you right now. If we
You
trade
can't
Claxton
fucking draft
Draft
tomorrow,
well
and
applies to the lottery too. It doesn't just
Dylan,
apply
Yeah, I mean,
at
no, but
27.
I
That
mean,
applies to the
you
lottery.
do need to know what you're getting.
Dylan,
You do
I can
need
tell
to
you
know where
right
you're
Which
now.
is why
going.
they got Acie Law.
Hold on, Dylan. I
Well, they
can tell
should
you
have got
right
him
now.
last year,
Dylan, I can
right?
tell you right now, bro. If we trade Claxton tomorrow and start the season 20-3, bro, like you probably gonna be one of 10 people, one of every 10 Nets fans that's gonna be pissed off.
Funny in
Well,
three. If we trade Claxton,
because the scenario is that you're never going to be 20-3 with this team. If they are 20-3, I will personally give out $100 to 10 different people on Twitter.
Okay.
Yo,
No, wait.
hold
Can
on,
they
y'all.
be
Hold on,
500
You can
and
go
you give out
hold
100?
on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I
Because I
wanted
think
to
they could be 10 and 10.
hold on.
there's
I
not a
wanted,
chance that they go better than than 3-7 to start the season.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. I wanted.
I could
Let me
DJ
get to this.
I don't know.
Let me get this. Let me get to this content with y'all. Jalen Williams. He get honest about OKC rebuilding and success. The obvious relevance is Acie Law coming to the show. So I want to say if he mentions Acie Law to say that, anything regarding Acie Law, anything, I want to hear him talk about the rebuild. We going through a rebuild. We just got Acie Law from OKC, so I just wanted to see what he's going to say about the rebuild, and then we could react to it. Just give me a second.
Y'all was rebuilding.
Yeah, we
You
still
know what
trying
I'm
to
saying?
figure it out. Yeah.
Talk to us about that rebuilding process, bro, and staying down. Staying down till you come up is a saying.
Yeah.
So it's like it sounds so cliche, but to be a part of some, stay down until you come up
Real
and win
build,
the
though.
actual goal, bro.
Real
Just talk to
build,
us
though.
about that process and being in Oklahoma City.
We have a good organization like that's willing to stick with it. That's the first part. Like if the organization is pretty open with what's going on, I feel like it just lets you kind of play. And I wouldn't even say like our down for me at least wasn't bad. They had some bad years before I was there, but our year wasn't like that bad. We played in the play-in, so we have a chance to go to the playoffs, which they didn't really expect. So we kind of had the pieces. We didn't have Chet yet, and then obviously Chet come in, and now we're the first seed. Like that was more of the jump than like kind of staying down. It was more like everybody in the building's like kind of shocked. Like we're beating teams that are beating us by 20 last year, and we're beating them by 20. So it was more like, how do we like hone this in and like get the experience? Because now we're first. It's not like we're like fourth, fifth in the West. They're like fighting for a playing spot. Like we're kind of like the hunted, and nobody's really like taking us serious. It was more like, how do we mature faster in order to win and do that thing? And I think that Dallas series is what like the stay down until you come up really comes in, because it's like now we know we can be first in the West. It's just like, how do we get over that learning curve? You know what I mean? And that Denver series that we just had really, really tested that learning curve. Yeah. So the hardest part was that like going from barely getting in the playoffs to now we're the first seed, and like there's expectations, and like how do we manage that with everybody in the room being 19, 20 years old? Yeah.
So right there, basically, you can hear his honesty about the rebuild and the expectations once you are the top team, and just being mature enough to get through it. I thought it was interesting. There's a lot of voices on here, so I don't want to be long-winded. We're gonna go to Notorious, man. What you thought about what he said so far?
Yeah, man, I 100% agree. I 100% agree, but all I got to say is, one name, Sam Presti. So it is what it is. And I'm going to pass the ball.
Yeah. All right, Scott, what you got on this, Scott?
Yeah, no, I totally agree too, man. But the whole thing was, he said it just happened like that. It wasn't something that they went from the bottom straight into beating everybody that was beating them. It wasn't you got to get 5 pieces and this and that. And you have to have a vision already of where this team is going. That's on Sean. If he don't see it now, he didn't see it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what that vision is. None of us know. But I know one thing. It's gotta show sooner than later. And constantly losing is not what you want to do. You had a terrible season last year. You had a terrible season. You don't want another terrible season just to chase one piece.
How many years were the Pistons' ass over the past decade?
This past decade, probably
say 6 out of the last 10 seasons, specifically before this season in Detroit. Probably 4 of their last 5, right? They're a playoff team now. It's a process.
You want to talk about? You talking about before K got drafted?
The year that they got Cade. Since then, he was hurt 1 year.
Oh yeah.
They were ass, and after that, they were a playoff team. Point is you need your guy.
They changed their coach. They changed a lot of things on that team.
And Cade Cunningham is
they
an all-star.
changed a lot of organizational things in the team. That's
right,
how
but you still need the talent alongside.
There's plenty of talent. You keep saying there's no talent. There's
I didn't say there's no talent, but
there's a lot of talent out there.
Hold on. I think the thing that Dylan is referring to is that I think the thing that Dylan was referring to is that they along with Orlando, they have
They trusted their
top
process.
talent. I mean, but let's be honest, bro. Like the NBA handed them niggas the number one overall pick because they didn't think too much
They're
of Kay
not.
Cunningham at the time.
Bro, they
But hold
all
on,
Cunningham
hold
was
on,
them
never
hold on,
took
given
hold on,
credit.
chances
Cunningham was
hold on.
on
solid.
getting
Never.
the
Right,
number
but
one
no,
pick,
hold
bro.
on, slow it down, because we got to go to Brooklyn LM. Dylan didn't leave. I wanna, because it sounded like what Scott said kind of upset Dylan. You know what I'm saying? Because I
No, it's
heard him
not that it
jump out and
upsets
say
me.
what
I
he
just
said.
I don't
No, we
understand the
debating.
blindness to the reality. This team sucks.
Okay, so no, but
There's
what I'm saying is, I
there's a
want Brooklyn
baseline.
LM because Brooklyn LM is ironically in the middle. You and pause of you and Scott. So I wanted to hear his take on that. What do you think about what Scott said? Is it validity to what Scott said? Scott said we doing all of this for one piece, but how important is that one piece? Brooklyn LM,
I'll
what you think about this whole method of us tanking and getting this one piece? Is it
I'll
worth it
I'll try
or
to
not? Shoot.
I'll try to connect it to what to OKC and Jalen Williams. Now, Jalen Williams, if you listen, he said they were trash before I got there. They were
Mm-hmm.
they were trash before I got there, which is true. The rebuild started when they traded CP3. That's when it started. The first year, their very first pick was six. That was Josh Giddey. The next year, Shet and Jalen Williams, right? So they were trash for 2 years. 2 years. That's the important part.
It was trash for
Now,
more years than that, but I mean,
nah, they when
Nah,
CP3 got
the
there,
two
they
years
was
was
in the
tanking.
playoffs. It was 2 years.
when the last time CP3 they was in the bubble, bro. Like 21,
Right, but they were
22.
52. They was like 50. They won 52 games that year or some shit like that.
Right, but
They
20.
regardless, they were good. They was at the top of the West with
Right.
CP3. When they traded him, they got trash. They were
Yeah.
trash for 2 years because that's how they got the second pick. That's how they got the first pick the sixth pick last year with Giddy. So they were
Mm-hmm.
trash for 2 years, right? He
Right.
also said the organization was open with them. The organization let them know, yo, depending on how y'all progress, he just said it. They didn't even expect them niggas to be a playing team. That shit caught them by surprise.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? So now that you got Shet back, who's a number two pick, now that he's healthy, all
Uh-huh.
right, let's see what y'all can do next year. With
Right.
a full healthy unit, they were the number one seed. Now that they were the number one seed, now as an organization, that ups your trajectory. Oh shit, these niggas together are number one seed. Next year, let's add pieces, aka Caruso, aka Hartenstein, right? So with Jalen Williams' point, he was working for an organization, or he was part of an organization with Sam Presti and these guys that were open with them and letting them know, hey, we don't. Our vision is to let y'all go out there and see what y'all gonna be. Like y'all, like he said, they was beating teams that was beating them by 20, and then all of a sudden it switched around next season, right? So, and all in all, I think there is a stalemate of
Somebody left.
being. All in all, I think there is a stalemate of OKC sacrifice. They were trash for 2 years. And especially, I remember that year when Paolo was coming into the league and they was in college. A lot of niggas wanted Paolo on OKC. That's just the main bottom line. The fact of the matter is, didn't work out that way. They still got shit. But the fact of the matter is, they wanted to tank for Paolo. That is a fact. So they were trash for a couple of years. But I think realistically, for us, if that is our pattern, not saying that we're going to be OKC, but the realistic fact of the matter is they did tank. Like that is a bona fide true fact that can't be denied. They did
Well,
tank.
let me
Now,
jump in for
if
a
they,
second, just because
oh yeah, go ahead.
you had mentioned that they were tanking for Paolo. Not many people know this, but Paolo wasn't deemed the number one overall
Oh
pick
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
draft.
right. He wasn't
Exactly.
the number one
So a
pick
lot of
He
either.
people were
So
wasn't.
they
tanking
wanted
for Chet.
Jabari. It was Jabari. It was either
A lot of people were
Jabari or
tanking
Shet.
for Chet.
I'll be
Right.
honest with you, bro. I never thought Jabari was the number one overall pick in that draft. Bro. I mean, like, I know,
Me neither.
I understand what a lot of people might have thought at the time, bro. But Paulo to me, Paulo to me was a sure thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Chet had a good skill set. I just think Chet wasn't what Paulo was gonna be. I mean, in Orlando, they got their guy, at number one. The Detroit Pistons got their guy at number one. I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I think this comes down to two things. If we doing a comparison if we doing a comparison between history, we doing a comparison between Nets draft history and OKC draft history all time. The Nets had at least two number one overall picks dating all the way back to 1985, and neither one of them panned out to what Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook or James Harden or J Dub or Chet panned out to be. Neither one of them. My thing is that, and another thing you got to go to is the avenues to build team. One of the reasons why OKC is so good at goddamn player development, because they don't have no choice. They don't got many different avenues to go out and go build a damn team. It's either draft or bust for them. Now
But
that we
still,
got different,
but culturally, basketball, that's the way you do it. You do it through the draft, trying to piece all these teams together through free agency. It's in the surefire
Free
thing.
agency is one thing,
I
but
mean,
trade market's the other, and
free
that's where
agency is one thing, but
you
let's
can
make it
do it through
known.
free agency, but
Hold on, wait.
you need
I
your
just want to
core
say this
built
before I
first.
walk out the door. Let's make one thing known. The Lakers and the Celtics have been trading up and trading pieces left and right for years, and they basically the Yankees are the goddamn NBA. You know what I'm saying? So let's not make it seem like OKC been these
Yeah,
world
yeah,
beaters
like
for a long time.
yeah, like they drafted and they've been champions for
No, they
10
did it.
years.
OKC did it the traditional way.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, they
OKC
did
did
it.
do it. They did do it the traditional way. I'm not negating that, but what I'm saying is,
How
bro,
many
like
titles they got?
exactly. Well, what I'm saying
I
is
mean, but
that
how
they,
many do the Nets have? So it's like,
Yeah, I
but
I
understand
mean,
that.
you
hold on.
got to
That
take a
too.
direction at some
I
point.
That
just I
too.
just I just want to finish the piece by
That
saying, bro,
too.
the avenues for OKC to go after something and for us to go after something is two different things. Is one of the reasons why I said the other night, bro, that McHale trade is all it did was split the entire organization and the fan base in half. Because half the people think that our management and Sean Marks and everybody in the front office can make something shake in the draft, and they need to do this, and I know that they can't. I'm the only one smart enough to know that Sean Marks ain't gonna do shit in the draft.
But
Why is the player development based on the
hold on,
market though?
time out. What I'm saying is, again, they focus on the point guard because they had success in the point guard in the draft. Kenny Anderson was a success. It's a shame everybody know it hurt the Nets fans about what Petrovic and what that could have been with him, Kenny Anderson, Petrovic, Kenny Anderson, and Derek Coleman. But at the end of the day, drafting Kenny Anderson was a good thing for the Brooklyn Nets. So, and they drafted Mookie Blaylock. They've had success at the point guard position. They had Stephon Marbury. He wasn't drafted there, but at the end of the day, they invested in the point guard a lot of the time.
You making this too easy, bro. Hold on, wait. So you
No.
said
What I'm saying is that they investing in the point guard position. I don't think it's depth to the point guard. I think that the Brooklyn Nets is trying to emphasize the point guard
Breeze, can I ask
position
you a question
and
then?
bring it back.
yeah. Hold on, Dylan. But I'm gonna just say this, bro. Like the most success that the Nets have had over since the draft lottery has begun is when they have traded for their guy, and that was Jason Kidd.
But he
Only
was a
like
point
every
guard. The point is
yeah
that he was a point guard.
But
yeah no
let
no
me,
I
but
understand I understand the
let me
point guard
That
part
don't
of the
mean that's gonna be
conversation.
the history now.
I understand the point guard part of the conversation. What I'm trying to let everybody up in here know that historically, the Nets are not that good at drafting. They're not. We're not. We never have been, bro. Like if you telling me Derek Coleman, who was at number one, Kenyon Martin, who was at number one, Kenny Anderson was at number two, Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Kevin Durant,
Who
Kyrie
was
Irving,
that?
James Harden, players that we traded or signed for was way better than these players, bro. Then that means we're not good at drafting. That's
That's
what it
true. I
means.
mean, if you look at the type of talent that OKC drafted, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. Just all these players. You like, damn, like Presti continued to hit it out of the park in the draft. Like we've never really got any stars or superstars in the draft. Kid was
Can't when you're
traded
picking
here.
them out of the lottery every year.
The only, but since they want to take it way back,
I mean, historically, we never did it neither.
Historically,
Dylan, bro.
Kenyon Martin was an all-star. Brooke Lopez was an all-star. These are guys who have been all-stars. It's not like we haven't. Jared Allen was an all-star. He didn't do it here, but he was. Like, it's not like they
Come
haven't.
on.
It's not like they
Come
haven't.
on now.
There's one
Come
there's one
on now.
problem with what you guys are saying. It's the emphasis on the point guard position. The point guard position is not the most important position in basketball. Can you name me the last time that a point guard single-handedly brought his team to a championship? There's one player in the last 15
not
years.
single-handedly.
SGA is
Why gotta
not
be single-handedly?
I'm talking a guy who is
No, but
6'4",
what I'm saying, but
understable as a
what I'm
point guard.
saying is, but what I'm
It was
saying
Steph
is,
Curry.
Are we putting Steph in that conversation?
I'm
Are we putting Steph in that conversation?
Steph is the only point guard that has truly led his team to a championship.
But what about SGA?
But why is
not a
he
point
so
guard.
much a
He's
point guard when
6'5",
he is
6'6".
But SGA, but SGA,
He's a
the ball
guard.
was in his hands.
If you want to consider that, then by all means, sure. So there's two. Point being is that there's been two point guards then that have won championships as the primary player on their team.
Wait a minute, hold up.
You need a superstar that's a wing. It's that
I've
simple.
seen a lot of great point guards in the NBA.
But that's back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. It's a new era
even
of the NBA.
now.
Who's winning championships at the point guard position as the primary player outside of the two that we mentioned?
What team won without a point guard?
Dylan is kind of right.
What team won without a point guard?
Does Magic and Isaiah count?
We're talking about in the last 15 years. There's two players.
In the last 15 years?
And one of them did it 5 times.
Listen, I think we looking at a pretty good ratio in the last 15 years if it's two.
No, we're really not. Look at the wings in this league. If your best player is not a wing, 9 times out of 10 you're not going far.
Right.
You need a player that can do everything.
You saying Joker and Giannis are anomalies?
What do you mean? They're one
because they're not wings neither.
Giannis is a wing. He's a power forward.
Yeah.
A wing is a 3.
A wing could be a 4. A wing is a 3 or 4.
Yeah. Wing could be a 2 through 4. But realistically, you're
a wing could be a 2 through 4.
Yes.
Oh yeah, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's new information
That's
to me.
new to me.
Brady was labeled as a shooting guard, but he was 6'8", correct? He was listed
Yeah, but
as
he could shoot.
That's my point. Wing.
Yeah, but
6'8",
Giannis can't
wings,
shoot like
wings
that.
can wings. Y'all do know wings can. Y'all do know Paul George is a wing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Paul George is a wing. Yeah.
KD's a wing. Kawhi's
Paul George has sometimes been put at the forward.
KD, Kawhi, and LeBron are wings, man. I mean,
KD played the 4 when he was here. He's a wing.
Even though LeBron want to be a point guard, bro, like
LeBron is a wing. Like he played the 3 or the 4.
Favorite player, Tatum is a wing.
Tatum is a wing.
Tatum is a wing. Jaylen Brown is a wing. Like
but them niggas. But that team wise, bro, they were supposed to been winning a championship, man.
That's my point, though. Is if you look at every team in the NBA currently, if the team's player is not, if their best player is not a forward specifically, if you want to get technical, then 9 times out of 10 they're not making it far.
So basically, you saying this draft is AJ DeBonsa bust?
Yeah,
no, it's
that's
AJ DeBonsa or Cam Boozer.
Nah.
Cam Boozer is a guy that's going to make a difference. It's Paolo Banchero.
So Boozer DeBonsa or you not fucking with it? That's basically what you're saying.
If we
there's plenty of good players in the draft besides
if we don't
those
get
two.
one of those twos, I'm not confident that we're going to be ready to compete the year following. Yes, but does that mean that I think that it's going to be a bad pick? No.
Right. Yeah.
At the end of the day,
there's plenty of good people in the top 5.
Like I said before, if you draft your 3rd and 2nd option over the next 2 years draft classes, that puts you in a position to trade or go sign your number 1
So
guy.
you saying we should lose 2 more years?
I'm saying lose.
No, we already got pick last nigga.
No, I just said you already got Jaeger Dem, and you're hoping that he's going to be your 3rd option.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
This year,
realistically, Scott, after this year, there should be no more team.
Okay, yeah.
I've been saying this for 2 years.
Hold on. I got a clip.
I don't want to
I'll
hear
leave
it
you to
next
that,
year
Dante.
after that.
Y'all gotta let me clip up the show. Shout out to Dylan from Nets Press, Scott, Brooklyn LM, Leaf, Netorious, all the Nets fans, because we the best fans. Shout out to Jay Hollywood, JP Liberty, College 81, Player 1, Brooklyn Hoops, too many JDJ, too many to mention right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me. Shout out to all the Nets fans that's gonna be at practice in the park. Shout to, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'm gonna say have fun, guys. Be safe.
The fan base looking for us to speak on certain things. I'm waiting for that. We're gonna be back with more content really soon.